Bam. Weekend's here, right? You got one more weekend before it's time to go. Oh, it's time! It's time! Today's workout, Mostert, Reed, Armstead, Thomas, impress. Garoppolo and Brunskill are struggling. It's worrisome. Verrette fires up the defense. I said Verrette. Oh, this is a nice development. 49ers took the program into Levi Stadium today to run some real field game action into this Friday practice. He came in, picked up right where he left off last season. Bam, 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 bam. Whoa! And several other offensive players had solid workouts today. Daniel Brunskill substituting at center is a work in progress. You know, there ain't a lot of time. Garland, where are you, man? And meanwhile, Solomon T and Jason V, as I just mentioned, are looking sharp. And also, hey, did not practice through the recent. Joseph Smiley, you'll like this. We didn't get any new injuries today, man. Yeah, wait. Yes, we did. J.J. Nelson, he is done for a month. See, he doesn't really figure into the equation because J.J. Nelson was not a part of the program last year. And besides, you know what? Let me get into that in a minute. Nick Bosa, Nick's going to lay back. He is the golden child. He will sit back, relax. You'll not see Nick Bosa again until a few minutes before game time on the 13th of next month. Ross Dwelly still, I don't know what's going on with his foot, but it's not getting any better. Kyle Juszczyk is week to week, as you know, with that hammy. And George Kittle, there's nothing wrong with George other than this is Kyle saying, look, you know, we gotta protect guys like George. George will get out there and work out. He doesn't care what kind of condition he is. He is a football player. He defines toughness. We will make him sit down, even if to chain him to the bench. And as I mentioned, J.J. Nelson, he hurt his knee. He'll be out for an entire month. Kittle's injury is not to believe to be serious, as I just mentioned. But Juszczyk is week to week, while Nelson expected to miss a month, according to head coach Kyle Shanahan. People who didn't practice with pain was Marcel Harris. There's something going on with his ankle, but he went out there anyway. And cornerback Richard Sherman, who does not need to practice. If Sherm, if your foot needs to got time to just get better, it's only a foot ouchie, let it heal. You could have took today off. He was out there working out. He's dedicated. He's a leader. He is why he is the first. Man, you gotta love Sherm being on this team. As bad as we used to hate him, too. That's just so funny. FYI, new wide receivers Kevin White and River Crackraft? Maybe that's it, Crackraft, yeah. River Crackraft are wearing numbers 2 and 14, respectively. Kevin White in itself, I do find that amusing. Okay, let's see how long he lasts. Because while Ayuk and Debo are out, and nobody knows how, they're not making any predictions yet as to when exactly they expect to back. Now, Debo's telling you each and every day, dude, I'm coming back for game 1. But, you know, you just don't know. Kyle may say, no, you ain't. So, you know. The Niners saw the closest thing to a game simulation today as the guys switched locales and held training inside of Levi Stadium instead of hanging out on the outsides of the training fields. It was the team's first time taking the field inside the stadium since being crowned NFC champions back in January after we put the thumbs down and into the dirt on the Seattle Seahawks. Take that, Joseph Smiley. Yeah. Hey, Smiley, get used to that, brah. You're going to be playing behind the Niners for years to come. The session was similar to their practice over the last 2 weeks, but emphasis on game scenarios was the name of the game today in preparation for week 1. Solomon T made several standout plays, beginning with the one-on-ones, beating his man on swim moves. I didn't even know he had a swim move. Solomon has a good year this year, man. It's all over but to shout. That's too many. Too many first-round pick domination on the front line. D. Solomon T also notched 2 would-be sacks against the first-team offense. Kyle was laying praise and saying he had a heck of an offseason, putting on some weight. It showed in the run and pass game throughout this whole camp. What people have been saying about him is true. I'm real happy for him because he's earning it and he deserves it, unquote. Sign him up, coach. Listen, coach, by week 6, if Solomon T's got six sacks, do not wait to renew and extend that contract to next year. Sign him up. Javon Kinlaw registering a run stop and a quarterback pressure against Jimmy G. All I needed to hear is a little progress from him every day. Get him used to the NFL speed because he's too big to be scared. He just needs to get used. Intimidation is not a problem. There's nobody in the NFL that's going to intimidate Javon Kinlaw. He just has to get himself up to speed and get used to what goes on in the NFL, and it's all over but the shout. Boy, God, another first-round draft pick on that front. Are we going to get another one next year is what I want to know. I'm starting to get used to it. Give me a first-round defensive lineman every year for the next 5 years. I don't care, especially if he's a beast. Like Nick Bosa and Javon Kinlaw's going to be. I just know it. On the first-team offense opening drive of the day, Haim, the Dream, took the handoff and dodged several defenders in right to a 19-yard touchdown. He does that with such ease, it freaks me out. Last year we watched him do that how many times? Boy, Nick Mullins connected with newbie tight end Chase Harrell for a 20-yard pickup with Eric Armstead all up in his grill. Nick said, Eric, your eyes may shine, your teeth may grit. This ball you'll never get. Boom! Hey, on the following play, AA registered a run stop against Tevin Coleman for a loss of a yard. I do believe our run defense is going to be a whole lot different than it was last year. And you know what that means, don't you? That means teams like the Hawks, that's all they do is run. They run the ball, play defense. You stop that, you stop the Hawks. And now Russell Wilson is relegated to only passing and that strange offense of his. And we got news for that this year. I just knew it. Kevin Givens, there's a name you love. Registered a would-be sack against Mullins on the ensuing play, ending that offensive drive. Givens, I know Givens is not getting cut. You know that. I don't even think he's going to the practice squad this year. Maybe I should wait on that. We got a lot of guys on defensive line. Because Kerry Hyder and Kentavious Street also recorded would-be sacks on this day. Them dudes, reporters are saying a lot of things about Hyder. And Kentavious Street, don't let him join this party. Oh, that rotates is going to be nasty. Next, on play action, JG connected with Dante Pettis. 17-yard gain with none other than the Pro Bowl first ballot Hall of Fame, Sherman coverage. These are players that have been abused for the last 2 years. Solomon T, Dante Pettis. Actually, Solomon's been abused for his whole time, except for that first year. Dante Pettis was praised in his first year. Last year, as you know, we were piling on him he was like 6 feet under. We were just throwing the dirt on top of him, talking about trading him or cutting him if he comes into camp half-stepping this year. And already this year, he showed you he gained weight. He drank his milk. He lifted his weights. He's out there making plays. On play action, JG connected with, wait for it, Dante Pettis for a 17-yard gain with none other than, wait. I was going to say Dante wasn't done yet on the day with another. Mrs. Pettis' baby boy had another 13-yard reception with JG later in the session. Dante's getting all them first-team reps. Why? Because Debo can't be there. Ayuk is not there. There's just nobody to stop him now. Dante, go get him, boy. I'm proud of you. Kowalski T breaks up a pass intended for Jordan Reed at the goal line to bring up a third down situation. But the drama picks up on the next play. With 13 seconds on the clock, G connected with the newbie to the Niners tight end in front of the end zone for the score with Kowalski T in coverage. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jordan Reed caught 4 passes during the session, including his score. Jordan's coming along and right on time. So GK, let that leg rest, man. Let the rest of those guys work out because you already know what you're doing. You own this offense. You are the face of this offense. Kick back, relax, get well. September 13th, you're going to be a man on a mission. We got some Cardinals butt to beat. Linebacker Demetrius Flanagan-Foles notched multiple run stops. Darren Daniels also sniffed out a run for a loss of 3 yards. And I'm delighted with this. Tavon Austin saw a number of targets during this session. His most impressive was a 38-yard wide-open touchdown on a pass from C.J. Beathard. It was a third-down situation, 8 yards, third and long. Tavon, boom! D.J. Jones knocks the quarterback pressure against Mullins. Jones is yesterday you heard about their deflected passes. Today I'm telling you, the dude. A pass of Mullins bounced off the hands of Juwan Jennings and landed right in the arms of safety Jared Maiden, my dude. He's going to make this team, man. Got a feeling he's got to make it. I've not heard anything about Tim Harris in a long time. Quan Alexander broke up a pass along the left sideline intended for Charlie Warner. But the story of the day, as far as I'm concerned, one that we're hearing more and more, Jason Verrett finished off the day with 2 impressive PBUs on the first. He broke up a deep pass from Beathard intended for recently signed wide receiver River Crackraft. I told you about that earlier. The second came on a pass over the middle intended for Reed on a 4th down attempt. Now that's serious. He stopped Reed. FYI. Coach Shannon is hopeful the 49ers can get Ronald Blair III back by week 1 on the regular season. Ronnie B. III makes his return following an ACL injury suffered back in week 10. You remember that painful day as he was taking Russell Wilson down and he took a knee out at the same time. Dude has been conditioning on the sidelines through camp. Shanahan said about Ronnie B., the situation is this. We'll probably get some more clarity on the over the next week because I want to make sure we give him a practice before we come out there. But we're getting close to being able to make a decision on that, unquote. Listen, if Contavious Street and Kiter are going to play well, don't rush him back out there. I want to see what this Kiter dude is intriguing, and especially if Kasurik trained him. You know, that's like Rambo with the Colonel, what's his name, training him. You know. As he told that guy, as he told those guys here coming to get Rambo. Okay, what are we up against here? Believe me, there's nothing you're going to be able to do to stop him. What's that? Why is that? I trained him. Oh! Fred Warner had a light day of practice today. As the head coach said, the goal was to protect him from himself. Coach Shanahan said about Fred is as consistent of a player as we've had. He only goes one speed. We think Fred's ready to play. We still want to keep him going and keep him ready to play. So I know we're not putting him in on ice till week 1, but I think it helped other guys get more reps today than with Fred out there, unquote. See, guys like Fred Warner, George Kittle, and Richard Sherman, you almost have to, you got to do things to keep the team out because they'll play, man. They're just warriors, you know. Oh no, Panchito Villa! I love the name. He said, "Hey, hope you're doing good." So I was wondering when you started the Niners shout thing. Actually, almost right from the beginning. I don't even know what made me do that. I was after the first game is 2017, 13, 15, 16. At the 2017 season, I started doing this, and I was coming in after every game, and I was like going nuts after the game before I started doing videos. Just before I started doing videos, and that just came out naturally. I don't know why. It's bizarre. Well, I'm bizarre, you know what I'm saying? William Roberts, what's up, fam? Matty says, hey, shout out from Bend, Oregon, and go Niners. Tongan man, 78 pure. What's going on? You, man, you. DJ Malone, Revenge Tour 2020. Quest for 6 is Mullins, Garcia 2.0. Mullins has a lot of fans. A lot of people want to see him start against Jimmy. I ain't in that train, though. But you know, guys, if he does come out there, I'll be okay. But I know Jimmy has Hollywood. Mullen's ceiling, I think, maybe here, right? But I know G's ceiling is up to here. Once he gets everything, he's got so much natural ability. I just know he's going to be it. But I do like Mullen's backing him up, though. Who do you want to get revenge on more in the Super Bowl? The Ravens or the Chiefs? Both of them. I wish we could play them both in back-to-back weeks. I wish we could get them in the playoffs. We're not in the AFC, though. Dang it. I'd love to take them both out and just rub them into the dirt. And most importantly, who's going to stop us? Nobody! Mr. Block Eyes 2-2, the revenge will begin soon. To all the players trying to make the team, do your best, stand your ground. It's all about being the best. To my starters, get on your marks. Go! Michael Nobriga. Hey, the thunder is starting to crackle. The fire is starting to burn. Let's go Niners. Fam, I'm telling you right now, I'm pumped up. First of all, Solomon T and Jason Verrett. And 49ers Lakers for life. Hey, today's my birthday. Can I get the famous song? You can call me Tia. Of course you can. Boy, making me sing. I love it. Worst singing in the world. But you appreciate it. That's all I need to know. Happy birthday, Tia. Happy birthday, Tia. You know what this needs? I think I'm ready. Happy Niners birthday, Tia. Happy. Get ready for that number 6 to be put in the 49 showcase. Trophy. Tia. Happy Niners birthday. Tia, happy birthday. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Dante Pettis, Solomon T. I'm telling you right now, these are the guys that should have been what they are starting to look like now. Could it have just been Thomas just needed this last year to get inspired? Maybe last year, with all the things that are going on in his mind regarding his sister and some other things, we're actually holding him back. Somehow his sister's gotten back to him spiritually and says, Solomon, look, little brother, go play ball. I'm fine. We'll see you. Do it. And got him on his horse. Let me go on the phone and see what Krusty's talking about. Krusty.
Hello?
Krusty. Hey, bro. Hey, man, we you know they got back in Levi Stadium today, Krusty. Guys was coming out of bags. He picks up right where he left off, and you knew that he would. Jordan Reed came out there smoking. And then, of course, you got Solomon T playing defense like he's not played, like, well, he could play all the time. And I'm still delighted with our receivers down. Dante's going to come in and act like the man he might be. Oh, but hey, Krusty, your assessment of this thing.
No, I think, like I was saying last time, I think that since Solomon Thomas is going back to the center, he's going to do a fantastic job. I've heard a lot of people say even last year when he was in the center, he didn't do very much good job. But, I've watched games, man. The dude's in the backfield almost every freaking play when he's in the center. It's when he gets moved to the outside is then when he starts doing problems. I think all of his sacks last year came from going right up the center, and he's so fast, a lot of times he blows past the quarterback. Sometimes you'll notice that he runs right by him. He's able to get back there. He's fast enough to catch the running back if he can get back there. I'm not surprised. I'm glad that they've got people so they can keep Solomon Thomas in the middle the whole time this season.
Rusty. DeForest Buckner said that about him last year. The fastest guy off the mark is not who you think. You think it's Steve Ford. You think it's Nick Bosa. No, it's Solomon Thomas. If you can beat Ford off the mark, that's crazy. And Buckner's right there watching it. So,
No, yeah, I agree. And, I think we're probably going to see something special out of Solomon Thomas this year, especially since it's a contract year for him. That's what I was telling you guys before, man. I think that he's going to do great this year. And they need to keep him in the center as long as they possibly can. I know if something freak accidents happen and they have to move him outside, they have to move him outside. But, I was going to ask you today, I've been thinking about it for a while. I was like, how many wide receivers do you think we're going to keep this year?
Because there's 15 at least in camp, not including the ones sitting down resting. It's incredible. He's going to find somebody, Krusty.
Exactly.
7.
I'm
kidding.
only 6.
It's 6. We're only going to keep it 6. We can't. Due to the, you have to have a certain amount of players in each group. You can't keep more than 6, and you're stretching it with that.
Right. The thing is, I don't think we're cutting Richie James. Richie James is going to stay on the IR. He's going to go onto the IR or PUP list. He's going to stay there until after week 6. If there's a freak accident, they're going to pull him up.
J.J.
Or if
Nelson,
we're not having
too.
a good return game, we'll pull him out.
Agreed.
J.J. Nelson's getting freaking waived.
I think he's staying on the IR. You know what? I think he stays there just in case. What if Tavon Austin, who I think is going to make this squad, if Austin goes down, you still got a speedster. It's almost, and Kyle probably tells him, you know what? Your injury's not that serious. This is kind of a good thing. What? Listen, I'm going to put you on the IR. If something goes wrong, you're coming back. Oh, okay.
Right.
Oh, that's the kind of deals they make all the time. That's what's going to happen. But go ahead.
Right. But if you think about it, we're going to keep Debo. We're going to have Ayuk.
Yeah.
We're going to have Trent Taylor. We're going to have Kendrick Bourne.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have Dante Pettis.
Yep.
That's 5 guys.
Right.
Now we're talking about 6. Does that mean we put Juwan Jennings on the practice squad?
Oh,
or
yes.
if we keep him, that means Tavon's going to either the practice squad or we cut him, because none of the other wide receivers are making the team. They're going to go to the practice squad too. So it's the last spot between Juwan Jennings and Tavon Austin.
Ooh.
And I'm almost thinking Juwan Jennings would make the team because we already have players like Tavon Austin, Debo, Ayuk, Pettis maybe.
They don't have
3 players that are gadget guys to begin with.
Krusty, they don't have his speed, though. They can't take the top off the D.
Ayuk probably can.
When he comes back.
Ayuk's a 4-3 guy, too. They're holding him out for – if it wasn't for the fact that it's training camp and they don't want him to work, he'd be out there right now.
Krusty, who's going to be your return?
Game, he'd be out there.
Who's going to be your return guy? See, because we don't have a better
Return
return
guy?
guy than Austin.
It's going to be I think it's going to be Trent Taylor or Dante Pettis.
I don't want to put Taylor in that position again. Okay, we'll see. I'd be okay with either, but I like Austin in the return. You're almost guaranteed to get field position with him every time. We'll see.
Right.
We'll see what happens.
We never know, I just that's what I was thinking about. Is all those other players were on the team last year, and they already know the system. All these, the only rookie that could possibly get moved out is Juwan Jennings, even though he's had a good training camp. He's probably going to go to the practice squad now that I think about it. If Jalen Hurd was here, Tavon Austin wouldn't make the team.
But I was worried.
Up that 6 spot.
I'm afraid to put Jennings on that practice squad. You can still cherry pick the practice squad.
Right.
I really, if I was the other team, but you know what? You're right, though. You can still put him there. Nobody wants to put anybody from anybody's practice squad on a 53 to start the season. No way.
Right. Not only that, you can pull up 2 practice squad members every week during the year.
Mm-hmm.
Every week. So you could always bring Juwan Jennings up and have him either ready to go and whatnot if you wanted him or not. But, even then, it's like the tight end. Kyle said he'll normally only keep 3. Give him a reason to keep 4. But, I think Charlie Warner's making the team. George Kittle's making the team.
Doubt.
So are we going to keep Jordan Reed and Ross Dwelly? Or is one of those guys going?
Dwelly's got another week to still have an ankle issue. He's going on the IR. Or the PUP.
Right. One or the other, it's just crazy because now I'm trying to think of who's actually going to make the team this year. It's getting close to that time where we're going to find out the 53-man roster. So I'm trying to figure out what we're going to have going on, and that's what I'm most excited about. Is trying to figure out who's going to be on the team, who's making this team, who's getting put on the practice squad, who's getting waived.
Krusty, put that together, man. Next week, tell us who your 53 is, man, because you know we're going to start asking for those, man, because this is the most difficult year to pick out the 53 that I can remember since 2015, 14, you know, because you knew who was going to make the 53 back then. This one is extremely difficult. I tell you what, hey, Krusty, Jawan Jennings, I'm going to go ahead and put Tavon can be on the practice squad, but he's not going to want to get that kind of. No. Tavon stays on the 53 because of the salary thing. Go ahead and put Jennings, because he's a rookie salary anyway, and just keep him on his rookie salary. Put him on that squad. Nobody's going to take him off that squad. And but he's active every week. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And that and pull an offensive lineman up off the thing every week, too.
That's right. You got to have one.
Just have your two standing guys.
That's right.
Yeah, so who knows?
All right.
You got to pick and choose. You got
I know. It's
this
so
is a year of
difficult.
playing chess, so.
And when you've got as much talent as the 49ers do, unlike other teams, it really is difficult. Krusty, I'll see. You know, I'm gonna see you Sunday. Yeah. All right.
All right, man. Sounds good.
All right, fam.
I'll see you guys Sunday.
Looking forward.
Talk to you later.
All right. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
All right, fam. Yeah, this is rough, man. Think about that 53 for a minute. It'll make you crazy. I try not to think of it for that same reason. 49ers, Lakers for life. You're so welcome, fam. Anytime. Oh, bang, bang, Mel! That Jersey Niner comes back again.
Double bang goal game, man. Bang bang Niner gang, Jersey Niner signing on. What's good, Ronbo?
You know, I'm inspired by the play I'm hearing from some of the guys that we knew have the talent, just didn't want to put it on display. All of a sudden, I'm hearing that name, Verrette, Thomas, and also Pettis. What? Yes, and Contavious Street is looking good. All is well. My God, I love some depth.
No doubt. I was just about to say that, man, and that especially with Verrette coming on, because we all knew he has the ability, man. He's a Pro Bowl or a defensive back, so we just wanted him to get back. We wanted him to get back to his form, and just that right there, him looking good this season provides tremendous depth to our defensive backfield that everybody was kind of nervous about. We were nervous if Sherm went down or if well, not really Kello, but I think Kello's going to do a lot better this year. I think Kello's going to do a lot better this year because we're going to play more man-to-man.
Hey, Mel, do you think Spoon excels more in man-to-man than he does zone?
No doubt. Without a doubt, yes. If you look at a lot of the plays he gave up last year, he's looking around like he's confused because he just wasn't quite sure of where he should have been and what he was supposed to do. So with man
that's
to
a
man,
good point because he can use his athleticism and his length. Yeah, you're right.
Length,
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. He has a pretty big wingspan and everything. So yeah, I expect Kello to do a whole lot better. I don't think he'll start, but he'll definitely get some time. And like I said, it just makes me feel good about the depth that we have at that position, because that position in particular was one where, you know, a lot of our fan base was kind of nervous about. We didn't really have much depth in the defensive backfield, but you know, that's a good look.
Man, and you know, you still got. I mean, I'm looking for what's our other cornerback's name? Emmanuel
Mosley.
Mosley is still this technique, and you recognize good technique with you. His technique is like what coaches would say. All right, guys, I want you to stand back here and warm up. Watch this clip. Watch him E-man on this particular play. Yeah, you know, see, his technique is marvelous. Yes. So anyway.
Yeah, I love E-man. I hate that goofy number that he wears, but I love E-man though.
He is good. So
yeah, I love him.
You know, I
I
always
think
trust him.
he should be the starter, man. From what I understand, I could be wrong, but from what I understand, his spot as a starter is not solidified, and that's like crazy to me.
They
He should
always say
definitely be
that
the
though.
starter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is a sallow thing. He don't want nobody walking into camp thinking you got a job yet.
right,
See,
right.
and that's a good thing. Even Sherm, ain't no point playing with Sherm like that because you know he's got that job. But everybody else, boy, how many years you been playing, son? No, you ain't. You got to go out and show me you want to start. You know that's the way that works. So
Right. No doubt. Yep. Yo, what happened with Kinlaw? Was there some type of scuffle or something?
the other day, he got into it with Justin School. That was a couple of days back though.
Okay.
He didn't get one today that I know of.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I wasn't sure. I don't know the details of the other one. I just
Yeah, it got a little.
I just
It
saw
got a
some
little
comments in
testy.
passing. So
Yeah,
okay.
it got a
Yeah,
little testy. Yeah.
you expect that, man. That's what we want the dude for. That's why we love him. That's what he's here for, to be nasty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh. Wouldn't it be good if we
Word.
could actually finally come up with like I need who's your nasty boys on the front line defense? I would love for it to be Javon. Javon, Nick, of course, is going to have to be involved in that. I got a feeling I'd put DJ Jones in there as well.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
yeah.
DJ Jones got it, man. He got that dog, man. Yeah. I love DJ Jones. It broke my heart when he got hurt last year, bro.
No, it hurt our defensive line rotation too.
It did.
We weren't the
It
same.
did. It broke my heart. Like, yo, this dude he's a bona fide stud muffin, man. He's a
His ankle
hunk.
was hurt in that game against the Saints too, Mel. He was still playing and doing a good job too.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, I love that guy. Pettis, man, I know he's doing well. But like I said, it's not like we have a full wide receiving core and everybody's healthy. I still think he might be on his way out if everybody were healthy. If Jalen Hurd didn't get hurt and our guys went down.
He wouldn't be getting these reps, Mel. That's the thing.
Absolutely not.
But he's making good of it. He's not out there assing around. He's actually taking advantage of it. He knows his door is open. So, let's see what happens.
No doubt. Yeah, man, I hope the best for him, for real, bro. I hope the best for him. And my hope and prayer is that he wants it as bad as, he seems to want it right now. I hope this isn't a fleeting moment. I hope it's not just one of those deals where he was seeking the coach's approval, and now that he has it, he's comfortable and goes back to what he's doing.
Not going to happen.
But
not until game one.
You have to have that internal combustion engine, man. You have to be internally motivated. External motivation is fleeting, right?
Because that's what coach is going to judge you by anyway. But Mel, let's say the first game.
We'd be stupid to let Juwan Jennings go too. By the way.
No, you don't let him go. You got it. Let me ask you about one more thing about Dante. Dante, game one, he is the premier wide receiver of that game. Because let's say either Ayuk or Debo can't make it for game one. Not both, but just maybe one of them. So then you got Dante ends up somehow starting. And possibly next to Kendrick Bourne on the other side. Because if Debo's not quite ready, coach is not going to push him out there too fast. Ayuk, if that leg is hurting and he is a rookie, you're going to take it easy with him too. By default, Dante Pettis starts. He goes out. He has a week. Shanahan's whole attitude toward Dante is now, what am I going to do now? Whoa! There you go, Mel. The scenario's set.
Yeah. It just depends on the other options, man. I don't think Dante's going to be, even if he has a good week one, it's tough to gauge because, like I said, we don't have all of our guys healthy and out there and ready and competing. That's a completely different scenario. I hope, man, because what I saw from Dante his rookie season, you had the very greatest wide receiver of all time, without question, and largely considered the greatest football player of all time, praising Dante Pettis, saying he's the next guy up. Jerry has to know what he's talking about. So what we saw from him his rookie season was just it had all of us feeling that same way. That's why it hurt. That's why last year it sucked so bad. Like, yo, where is he? What is he doing?
He's
What
getting
is he
ready.
doing?
He was getting ready for this
Alligator,
year. Mel,
right?
we got to pull
Alligator
up.
arming passes over the middle. Come on, bro. Nah,
Fear.
bro,
I
you go
think he's
get
got
that,
that.
man.
He,
Always here, Ronbo. I live in this place, man. Tired,
no,
Ronbo.
Mel, they must love you.
Yeah, no
You're
doubt.
a working warrior.
No doubt. Yep. 14 hours a day, baby. Sleep is for rich people. Yeah, let's
Go
let's
Mel.
turn this quest for 6 into the stairway to 7, man. Let's get to it.
Hang in there, bro.
And
I'll be
I'm
looking for you
gone.
Sunday. All right,
No
Mel.
doubt.
Have a good night. Well, Mel's a hard worker. There's a guy that's setting an example for everybody. And we continue out in the Garden State. It's James. James.
What's up, Ronbo?
James, I'm just loving the fact that the 49ers, they said, all right, it's enough practice field, man. Let's go get ready for this game. They go inside the facility. First thing Raheem does is have flashbacks. Boom, gets the ball, 19 yards, take it to the house. And then you hear about Solomon Thomas all up, all over everything. They couldn't contain him today from the way the reporters are talking. And then you got Dante Pettis, as I just mentioned, taking advantage of the absence of the premier starters on this team, and he's making a name for himself. Let's see if he carries off into the games. And Jason Verrett, oh, don't let it. Boy, don't let him get where he's supposed to be, the real Jason Verrett. Oh, my goodness. I don't want to see Mosley sit down exactly, but if you're going to put a Pro Bowler out there, James, I'm talking 2 Pro Bowlers back there in that secondary. Look out. Look out. Uh-oh. It was bad enough with that front line defense. Now you got 2 guys back there to cut off all passing lanes. James, your feeling about today's workout?
Well, once again, Ronbo, thank you for the platform you and your staff provide and for all that you do for us. And thank God to see another day in the land of the living, most of all. And,
take nothing for
I'm
granted.
tell you,
for sure.
Yeah, that's right. And when, I'm hearing good reviews about Dante, which is a great thing, but there's something that kind of troubled me. What a reporter said that did a live report outside of the SAP facility today, and I forgot his name. He's on the YouTube channel, but he said that this is what he said. He said Dante Pettis muffed the first punt return, the first kickoff of practice. He muffed it.
Was that today? Because this isn't the first time.
I think it was today. Yeah, it was today.
Yeah, well, he's done that before.
I'm hoping. Right, and the guy said he muffed the punt. He said Jason Verrett Jason Verrett knocked down a slant pattern that Jordan Reed was running, and he said he hasn't gave up any big plays. He's defended well. He said there has been. He said there was. I think he said it was like there's been a few balls caught on him, but nothing. He's kept it in front of him. But he's looking really good, and you can see that he's arriving from where he once was before. He's on his way getting back there, and just got to continue to get healthy. And I know that John Lynch is sitting on him because he's the ace in the hole in the secondary if he can get healthy. Now, what I'm hearing about Emmanuel Mosley, it's like he hasn't skipped a beat. He picked up right from where he left off at last year, and he's looking very, very good in training camp right now. He's not giving up. He's not giving up passes that you would expect a rookie guy going into his second year or something. No. And from what the reporter says, he seems to be getting better. Now, he said Kinlaw, and Kinlaw is starting to, I think the problem might be, and we seen this in D-Buck when he first got drafted, because of the height being like 6'7", it's going to take these guys. I mean, yeah, they're practicing against our linemen, their teammates and stuff like that. But until really this guy gets in the flow of the game, it's a mixed bag right now because it's 0.0. It's like you're trying to teach somebody to drive, but all they're doing is going straight. That's all he's doing right now. I mean, hopefully when he starts to suit up and plays in his first couple of games, he's basically going to be rushing right to the quarterback and blowing up the play in the backfield, opening the holes for the rest of the linebackers to come through and explode the play and spilling it to one side for Nick or spilling it back to the other side for Eric or D Ford. So it may take a little time with him because you got to understand, this COVID thing has got everything's backwards. They're not up to speed. I've been listening to this about interceptions that Jimmy's been throwing in training camp. How do I look at that? Well, let's see. Last year I heard the same thing. It was a Denver game he played in preseason. He didn't even look like he deserved to be on the field, but he took it to a Super Bowl. And with that being said, these receivers are coming off the street. We don't know them. A lot of them have Jerron Brown, J.J. Nelson in them. These guys ain't really been in a training camp or they ain't even been in a facility since last year when their season ended with whatever teams they were with. So they might say, yeah, I'm in shape and blah, blah, blah. And what I do know is what if they are not exactly in total shape, but because really there's nobody else that's out there. We're dealing with the aftermath, and we're in the middle of a COVID crisis. So you don't really know who you got. And so, I mean, it's kind of like I think the timing is off with a lot of the receivers that he's throwing to and guys that are coming into camp. So I think that could have a lot to do with it. And that's just that's what I see about it. And I mean,
yeah, no, that's an intelligent observation. The thing about the 49ers right now is it's hard to gauge. We can start thinking ahead now. Who's going to stay on the team? There's a lot of complicated situations regarding how many receivers you're going to keep because you can't overstock one room.
Right.
This is the thing.
Right. And
if you look at a Jawan Jennings, go ahead.
Thank you. That's what I meant to touch base on, Ronbo, not cutting you off. They said that he's had some balls right in his fingertips.
And he dropped them.
And he dropped them, and then another ball was coming right to him, and he tipped the ball, and it wound up where the defense picked it off because it was like a tip. And so, but I mean, it's, it's, I think really what has a lot to do with it, man, these guys, they need the preseason. Now people are seeing from all these different reviews of what's going on in training camp. This is why, in a way, truth be told, this is why the preseason is needed. We don't know what we're going to get in another 10 days when we play that first game.
And then
it's 10 days we got.
And then it'd be too late. James, we're going to go. Good stuff,
Right.
James.
So, yeah, man. So
looking for you Sunday.
So, hey, just got to be thankful. And I think still there's nobody else. There's not another team of the 31 teams that are ready for us. And I'm gonna keep that out there. I'm putting it out there. Niner Empire, Niner for life. Have a great evening. Be blessed. Wear your mask and try to stay safe. It is what it is, y'all. It's a new day, a new beginning, but we're still here. And if you follow those guidelines, hopefully you'll still be here tomorrow. May you and your family be blessed. Have a great evening. Niner Empire, Niner for life. James is gone, y'all.
Thanks, James. I'll look for you Sunday. Night, fam. Oh, gosh. And Santana. Boom. Santana.
Oh, what's up, Ronbo?
Santana, man, I'm like marveling over the guys, the names that came up today. as the first day the 49ers go inside the stadium under real conditions and run practice. And the names that popped up are like delightful because most of the guys on the team, you know who the studs are on this team. But when you hear about the other guys, but Trey from VA poured water on my smoking as I was getting all excited about Solomon T. As he says, man, you know the offensive line is struggling. He says, you know how bad was it when Solomon T's went? Satella, do you believe in Solomon Thomas? You know what? DeForest Buckner, they asked him last year, who's the fastest guy off the mark on that team? I thought he was going to say D Ford or maybe Nick or even Eric Armstead. He said Solomon Thomas. I said, you know, that's interesting. He is quick and he's smaller. They made him put on some weight, but they put him near the inside. Don't put him outside because he struggles out there. Put him on the inside, he does damage because interior lineman can't do a thing with him. We could see something special this year. And Dante Pettis is looking good, Santana. Jason Verrett is starting to look like, y'all didn't know. I came here with, I'm talking about, I got Pro Bowl credentials. He's starting to show them. What we got here now? Surprise, surprise.
Well, Ronbo, I mean, Solomon T, man. I mean, I was kind of like, frustrated with him, the first 2 years, because he was first rounder. But I mean, if he can come in and this year and be something special, then I'm all up for it, But I think this is his final year and final chance, of proving himself. And I feel like if he doesn't prove anything, man, it's just time to move on or something, But and then Dante Pettis on the other hand, man. I mean, Dante Pettis, man, the skills level's always been there.
Yeah, see, that's true. Oh, that's what bothers me about him so bad. Dante, man, you got all that skill.
Yeah,
come on, man.
Huh. Yeah, I saw a couple. Because I follow 49ers on Snapchat, and they put like little videos of like them running routes and stuff. And I saw a couple little routes from Dante Pettis, and I mean he's looking good. He does look a little thicker from the arms and stuff. So that's a good thing, So hopefully he can take a couple more hits,
I know, right? But, Dante, man, every time you get hit, you got to lay down for 10 minutes. They got to come and get you. Come on, man. What kind of football is this?
But Ronbo, if he can go out and on the field and showcase his skills and show everybody that kind of doubted him, like I doubted him. He could prove me wrong, man. I'd be more than happy
delighted.
To see, So
hey,
yeah, exactly. So what's up,
Santana? It's gonna be. I'm telling you, man. I'm looking for a big apology party by week 3. We're gonna say, hey, Dante, we're here tonight to confess we were wrong. You are exactly what they said you would be coming out of Washington. Look at you. You're leading the team in receptions, yards gained. Boy, you even got some yak stats. What? I can't. Oh God, I would love to be.
Hey, Ronbo, you know what? I mean, I'm not someone, I've talked about Dante Pettis and talk about his toughness and how he's weak and stuff like that. I feel like he's mentally weak and stuff. But like I said, if you can come out there and showcase his stuff, man, I'd be more than happy. And we need him actually, these first couple of weeks because you got Deebo Samuel hurt, and then you got Brandon Ayuk. He's still a rookie. You can't put all that pressure on him just like that. Like here, you're gonna be the number one, So, and like I said, he needs to step up, and this is the time to prove Kyle Shanahan wrong, So
put him in that doghouse and locking the door.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So I mean, this is the time. This is the time for him.
Wait. Let me talk to Joseph Smiley. Joseph Smiley, remember Dante Pettis is who destroyed you 2 years ago when Mullins beat the Hawks in Santa Clara. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Hey, Ronbo,
Dante destroyed him.
Dude, I mean, Ronbo, like I said, also too, Ronbo, Dante Pettis came in when we were kind of in a rebuilding mode, and I feel like he probably had too much pressure on his shoulders, because he came in and we were looking forward to him to be our leading wide receiver. And some people can't handle that pressure, and I feel like that kind of broke him in a way, where he probably was like mentally and like thinking about that pressure, wasn't able to perform how he wanted to. I don't know if you feel what I'm trying to say.
No, in fact,
but,
let me just add this to that. Okay, Dante comes in. He was supposed to be the premier guy, right? Because that first year he looked good, just like Mel was saying. Jerry Rice was even praising him, right? He comes in the second year, and Jalen Hurd and Debo Samuel have been drafted, and so maybe Dante's of the mindset that, wow, so like, where do I fit in? See, you can't think like that in the NFL, though, Santana. You got to believe. That's why divitude runs among wide receivers. You can't believe anybody's better than you. Don't be intimidated by other players. I think he was. I agree.
I totally agree with what you just said, Ronbo. And I feel like that kind of mentally broke him too, and because, I kind of heard an interview where he said that he didn't like how in the past years that Kyle, or like in the beginning of his rookie career and for the 49ers, where Kyle Shanahan would speak to him or scream at him and he would take it to the heart,
His feelings got hurt.
I don't know if you heard that.
No, I remember that. I got mad because I said, come on, Dante, man, how long you been playing ball? Coaches do that all the time. Bro. And if you get that special attention like that, that's because they know you can do better. They don't dog you when you should get bothered. Dante's,
that's exactly what you just said. That's exactly what Jimmy G said in this interview today, where he said, "Do you like when pretty much what Kyle Shanahan be like writing you?" He said, "No, like I don't mind it. Like if he's screaming at me, man, I take it as like a good thing, because the moment they don't pay attention to you, you should be worried about your job. But yeah, Ronbo, look, man, Solomon Thomas and Dante Pettis, we can use them this year, and if they step up, man, I'm more than happy, So hopefully, man, they do. And then, I mean, you got Jason Verrett, man. I mean, man, if he's healthy, man, and he can win the cornerback spot,
That team, that's just a grisly defense, Santana. You got that front four defensive line that's just disgustingly mean. And then I got Verrette and Sherman back there. Jimmy Ward. These guys are all potential Pro Bowlers at the same time. I got K'Wan Williams in the slot. Should be the Pro Bowl, but you can't go in as a slot corner as a Pro Bowler. I got all pro defense all over the field. My linebacker crew, don't even get me started about them linebackers. Santana, we got to go, though, fam. We're out of time. Let me see you Sunday, huh?
Hey, Ronbo, real quick, man. Just what you said, that defense was grisly. That's a perfect way to describe the 49ers defense. Grisly, man. That's tough. So. All right, man, Ronbo. I'll see you. You be on tomorrow?
Sunday.
All right, man. You have a good one.
Right. You too, fam. Thanks, Santana.
All right, later, man.
Yeah. And we move over now to Sharon, who hasn't been with us for a few days. Sharon!
Hey, Ronbo, how are you?
I'm doing fine. The good news is, even though we have some guys that have been injured and hurt, they're probably going to be back in a couple of weeks. But the thing is, to hear about the guys that have been struggling the last little while, you look at Solomon Thomas, his life has been filled with drama and things that have gotten in the way of his thinking to the point where I think it actually stunted his growth, right? And then you got Dante Pettis, another mental case, because most of his problem, I believe, is mental. It is. And then you look at Jason Verrett, who just couldn't get back into the groove, and now he seems to be getting there. Things are falling into place. Sharon, look at it this way. Whoever we see in the Super Bowl this year, they got a big problem. If this team comes 95% of the personnel there, big problem. Oh.
That's a huge problem for everybody.
But Shannon, how about today's practice? What do you think about that? The guys going inside, Raheem Mostert going in there, running through people like he did last year. Oh, God, I just tell you, run game.
Yeah, I was like surprised with what I saw with the training camp, and guys are looking good, and I mean, he came back like it was like his injury was nothing and was ready out there to play.
Yep.
And then I'm just like, another one was Spoon shot me. I was like, what's up with Spoon?
So you're are you in the same place you always are?
Huh?
Are you in the same place you always are? Your recording's doing something. I mean, your feed is doing something unusual. Oh, go ahead, continue. Let's see if it's still doing that.
I was just saying, I don't know about Akilo because he shocked me at practice. I was like, he woke up.
Yeah, well, okay.
They all are waking up. I think they know that their jobs are at a state or something.
Oh, yeah. It is camp, and they're feeling real comfortable and relaxed. What Spoon has had a couple of days, I've heard Verrette's name a lot. In the beginning, I didn't take it seriously, but we've been hearing about his name a lot.
I heard that name a lot, too.
Yeah. So we're going to see.
No, I guess we'll see September 13th.
Sharon, you know what makes me feel good about that, though? Because if Verrette is the one that is standing out in camp and he starts, game situation is not going to do anything to him mentally, right? Because he's been there, done that too many times. When you talk about a Pro Bowler,
right.
I like the idea of him being out there. If he has any problems or he wants to rest him or rotate, I still got Mosley to come in. I kind of like the idea of having Mosley and Spoon as my backups. That's as good as it gets.
And another thing with all these people on Facebook hollering about go get this person just because our guys are hurt, you guys aren't faithful. You guys want somebody real quick. You guys need to stop that mess. We don't need nobody else. Our guys will be fine.
And we don't have any money anyway. Folks that are always saying that, I always wonder, you guys, where's the money coming from, guys?
Pay them? Exactly. The Cowboys?
I know, right? Sharon, I got a feeling there's something going on with Kansas City and Texas. How come they don't have any concerns about signing people for huge, not small contracts? Sharon, huge contracts. I mean, contracts that take up the whole roster cap. How does that? And they don't get any. They act like any.
Paying Mahomes, they probably can't sign nobody.
They had a trick there. His contract doesn't get started until next year. But Jerry Jones, what's going on with him? He's talking to Earl Thomas like it's all right to sign him. He got mad at, I forget which reporter it was. He called him out and says, who said we're not interested in signing Earl Thomas? He doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm saying, wow, everybody assumes you got $10 million extra in your cap? I don't think so. So it's strange.
I don't think nobody has that kind of money to pay him.
He's got
Not
Dak Prescott.
whatsoever.
Dak Prescott, I believe, he's got franchise tagged. He got a $100 million wide receiver.
Yep.
Somebody else has got a huge contract here just the other day. You got Zeke has already got a huge contract. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Where's all that money coming from? Your defensive lineman?
I
that
don't
guy?
understand it either.
I want an investigation, man.
I don't know.
If they can do that, I don't know why we can't do that.
Ronbo, let's go investigate.
I don't love to open up one.
Find out what's going on.
Sharon, I'll bet you there's 2 or 3
There's something going
GMs,
on.
but I bet you there's 2 or 3 or 4 organizations around the league that if you did open up an investigation against certain teams, I'll bet you they would get caught up in something.
I bet so.
Jones is first. America's team.
It'd be almost like the Patriots little investigation there.
Well, Belichick's not going to pay anybody. They're not going over the cap.
No.
Or manipulating the books or anything, but he's everything else.
But everybody just needs to quit hollering, go find this person every time a guy gets hurt, though. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I agree. Pay no attention. It's not going to happen. We can't afford everybody out there.
No, I don't.
And I think Trey said something about Jordan coming in. Trey, did you think? No, that was on. Was that Trey? Who is that? That's Facebook. No, that's Twitter. Yeah, we can't get Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon, doesn't he belong to the Seahawks? I think he's with the Hawks anyway. Yeah.
He is with the Hawks.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so I mean, we ain't got no money, so quit hollering unless it's coming out of your pocket.
We're talking about how many? What's the calorie? How many million? And we're talking about we ain't got any money. That's hilarious. But sure, you don't win
Right?
championships unless you don't have any money. Isn't that awful?
That's awful. And I think Jalen Ramsey still hasn't got paid either. So come on now.
I read about that today, Sharon. I couldn't stop laughing.
I read about that too today. I was still hollering about that one. I was like, man, this man's still hollering.
And they're a long way from it. How the writer put it? They're a long way from making a deal. So you see, this is how you don't run an organization. The 49ers are the standard of how you run an organization, and the Rams are the example of how you don't run an organization. See, I love it. And they're in our division.
Rams are broke. That's why they can't pay Jalen Ramsey. They wanted him, and now they can't pay him. That's a shame.
So we got our team together. We're going to be fine. I worry about we got problems next year though, Sharon. I got to tell you, we got real problems next year. I don't know how they're going to do this. We got a lot of players with expired contracts.
Either, but I'm really excited to see who's going to make the team, though. I can't wait for that.
This year, well, that's going to be fun.
Yeah,
Hey, Sharon, and I want you to get your team. Assemble a team for us, Sharon. But I'd love to hear what you think. Who's going to be on the team and who's not? So prepare that, will you? And get that ready.
All
right? I'll be looking for that. We got to go now. Let me see you Sunday, okay?
You definitely will.
All right. Night, Sharon.
All right. Good night. Go Niners.
Isn't she great? And we go now to Alex.
What up, Ronbo?
Alex,
hey,
man.
Hey, Ronbo.
Go ahead.
Hey, could you skip me one real quick? I'm just out working right now.
Okay. We'll be back.
One?
Yeah, we'll come back. Okay.
All right, just
keep your line up. Keep your line there. Okay.
I will.
And we move over to Dollar Bill. Will.
Ronbo, what's up, man?
I'm excited today, man, because I'm hearing about the names that have been dragging ass. All of a sudden, they're out there leading the party. I said, what? What? No! So, and hey, did you and I agree on Tavon Austin? I think I like to keep him. Did you agree with that? Was that you?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah, I just, But in the meantime, you don't have to worry about Solomon Thomas, even though Trey's picking on him in the chat. Don't pay him no mind. Solomon Thomas has had a good good camp. And then Dante Pettis is having a good camp. So, Will, these are people that we've been calling bad names and trying to get rid of them for draft picks, and all of a sudden they're shining like new money. Jason Verrett is starting to look like a real live Pro Bowler. Man, I'm telling you, man, I just couldn't be more delighted right now. Heem came out today, and he ain't lost a step. May have picked up one. Things are looking good.
Well, I mean, that's good for Solomon Thomas and Dante Pettis. I mean, I'm glad they're making progress.
You still gonna trade them?
They're gonna have to. But I mean, they Ronbo, you already know how I do, man. They got to be legit when it's time to be legit. So week 1, week 2, all the way to week 3, week 4, week 5, Solomon Thomas and Dante, go ahead and get it together week in and week out during the season, and then I'll eat my crow. But right now, this is just practice. No game has been played, so
that's true.
We got to see if they can do it in the game. It seems to me they doing it good in practice. Let's see if they do it in the game. But
hey, what? I want to ask you a quick question though. These guys are doing well in practice. Why? Because there's no crowd. I wonder, is this, with no crowds being in these games this year, I wonder what effect it's going to have on those guys, because now it's just us against them in like a scrimmage atmosphere. Do you not get nervous other than I wonder how that's going to affect these guys?
Well, the thing is with Solomon Thomas and Dante Pettis is Solomon Thomas got the talent. It's just that Solid and them had Thomas playing outside, which is not his spot, man. The man talent came from playing in the interior defensive line. So now that he's playing in the interior defensive line, now you're seeing his name pop out of the media. How he doing good? Because that's where his talent lies. His talent lies.
Always was.
Where he plays.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Playing
that's
him
his
out of
natural
position.
niche.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So now that he's playing inside, now you're seeing good glimpses of Thomas. And Dante Pettis got the talent too. He just got to put on some draws and go out there and just show his talent. Be a dog. He got the talent. He just needs to show it. Quit being scared. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's all it is with them. They got the talent, but Solomon Thomas was playing out of place, and Dante just needs to be a man and go out there and play some football. You know, this is the NFL. You gonna get hit. Go make the play.
And you need to just get your mind. They can't hurt me. You know, a lot of people in the chat don't believe in Jason Verrett. I don't think a lot of them know that guy was a Pro Bowler. What do you think of his chances if he continues to excel? I don't know that Mosley is actually more talented than
Ronbo.
the Pro Bowl Verrett. What do you think happens there?
Injury just affected Verrette. That's all it is. The dude is a Pro Bowler for sure. I mean, he just had to get his feet back under him, and now I believe it has. Well, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Who you been hearing more in that position the past few days?
I know, right?
It has been Mosley.
This is what
now.
I'm telling the people in the chat. You sleep on Verrett if you want to, but that dude's already been to the top. He's just working his way back there. I got a feeling they're looking at him closely.
Ronbo, from the past 3 to 4 days, you've been hearing Jason Verrett's name in the media, not Mosley. Don't get me wrong, Mosley is a talented player.
He's
I believe
real
good. Both of these players are way better than Akello, because Akello ain't going nowhere. but Verrett and Mosley, those are two top guys. But you've been hearing Verrett more than you've been hearing from Mosley. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you never know who Tony Oden like. This is a new DB coach. He may like Verrett more than Mosley. He may like Mosley. He may like Mosley more than Verrett.
Good point. You know what? It depends. We got a new DB coach.
Ronbo,
You may have hit it right on top of the head.
Now, mind you, didn't you hear a report a few days ago that Verrett at training camp clocked in as running 22 miles per hour?
22 miles an hour. I thought that. Yeah, I was shocked. I didn't know he could ever move at that speed. That means people like Tyreek Hill, if they go run down the field and run off and leave Verrett, they got a surprise coming.
This man clocked in at 22 miles per hour at practice.
I heard.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something, Tony. Now Tony Oden may put some schemes out there where he may have Sherm's side of the field play zone and have other side of the field play man. And who the best man covering corner that's in that secondary? Verrett, because he came from that system from the Chargers. The same man that shut down Antonio Brown. So I'm telling you now.
I'm telling you, chat. I'm talking about a guy who once shut down Antonio Brown. Go ahead, sleep on him, but I'm not blowing smoke here. I'm telling you, Verrett can play when he's really Jason Verrett. So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, hey, I'm just putting two to two together, Ronbo. I mean, I may be wrong, but all I'm saying is these reporters out here is praising Verrett more than Mosley.
I saw PFF. I saw that.
Yeah, PFF. Yep, you saw the report PFF did. Now I know they can be inaccurate sometimes, but hey, sometimes they be hitting on the mark sometimes. Yeah. But I'm just putting two together. I'm just throwing some little nuggets out there so y'all can just marinate and think about it. But I'm just saying, Verrett has been reporting from the media for a few days now, more than Mosley. So when there's smoke, there's fire. So I'm just saying, man.
We shall see. We shall see. This decision hasn't been made yet, but something's gonna have to break soon. So, all right, we gonna go. Let me see you Sunday, fam.
All right, man. Shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Shout out to my TNT fan, man. My player partner, Dre, Trey, Big Show, Russo, all them guys, man. Hey, shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, Rico, Jersey Joe, Sue, all them guys, man. Hey, man, Super Bowl 55, Tampa Bay, Florida. Won't be the It won't be the. I'm tripping tonight. It won't be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No, won't be no Tom Brady, no Super Bowl. It'll be Jimmy G and the San Francisco 49ers versus to be announced. If the Ram, if Rudy lost Super Bowl, they ain't gonna be able to pay Jalen Ramsey, and they broke. All right.
I will. I'll talk to you Sunday.
All right, man.
And you know, it's actually fun watching. If you want entertainment, go read the Rams pages. That situation with them not being able to pay people. And I understand that Gurley's still leaving text messages all over the Rams organization. Where is my money? Hey, Alex, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. Sorry about that.
Nah, it's okay. It's okay. So, Alex, have you been listening? Because I'm going on and on the day of the guys who've been in the doghouse, but the guys that have been beaten up all over social media by not other fans, but 49er fans, are suddenly looking like they're ready to play. You can't make all these judgment calls too hardcore from practice, but we didn't hear anything about them at all in practice last year. So, you know,
Right.
I'm kind of delighted. Go ahead.
No, I was going to agree with you. It's a lot different this year too without preseason. So, like, we really gotta pay attention to these practices and who's standing out and who's progressing, who's not really who's not making headlines. So, yeah, I agree with you. We gotta pay attention more because it's such a different time. It's a whole different year that no one's ever experienced before with not having these preseason games. So. We really have to pay attention to the practices with who's standing out.
I do. I take it seriously. You know, because Alex, there's no better competition for anybody to go up against than the 49ers' own competition. That defense versus the offense, that's the worst they're going to see all year long. They're going to be relieved to play other teams, each unit.
Yep. And I think that's why, me personally, I'm liking that I'm seeing Pettis' name up a lot because our secondary is legit. Like Verrette's having a good camp. E-Man we know is great corner. Sherman is obviously a future Hall of Famer. So I like seeing this dude Pettis going out there and catching balls and double teams or double coverage. So I'm still not sold on Solly. I mean, I hope for the guy and I want him to do well, but it's just hard for me because
right?
I just seen in the last year. You had the best defensive line last year, and you only had 3 sacks. Like you're a 3rd overall pick. If you're on the best D line, you gotta put up at least 6 sacks a season. And he's not going against the best competition with our inside offensive line. We're pretty good there, Ronbo. So I think it might be getting a little too much hype in my opinion, but
yeah, good.
Hey, it is what it is. If he makes a play, that's all he can do. He just has to make a play if he lines up across him.
But you know, Alex, his history is he's not going to do well for you too far away from center. So, you know, I can accept this for what it is, and the record shows that Solomon Thomas will struggle outside the interior. So, if he's going to do well, and going by what DeForest Buckner said last year as he testified, that Solomon Thomas is the quickest guy off the snap on the line, which kind of blew me away, but DeForest ain't going to make things like that up. So, I'm kind of expecting him to look like that.
No, I on second thought, last time I totally shut it down that he did not, but after kind of rewatching some highlights, he can have I won't say he always does, but he can have a quick get off. But it's just converting that
into something productive
to power.
Yeah.
Right, something productive because it seems like he just gets stood up and stays in place and it just honestly, it doesn't feel like that motor is really there, Ronbo. Like his legs just stop moving and just get kind of stood in place. And I'm just like, dude, you gotta
make the play. I mean,
gotta do something. You can't just stand there.
Yeah, good you got away. Well, you know what he burns me up? What he does do very often, and he seems to always get caught in the camera, he runs right by the quarterback. That's what really pisses me off. I said, Solomon, you're 10 feet. You ran right by the quarterback. Why didn't you grab him on your way by? So,
all the time. Well, and like most of his sacks are like the quarterback's like running around in the backfield, and Solomon's just standing right there. The quarterback runs right into him. That's like half his act. That. But hey, you gotta hope for the guy. You never know, because Armstead didn't really have like the biggest seasons of
before last year.
About, when is Armstead gonna break out? So that's the only thing that I would kind of put stock in is like how Armstead's career has gone. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
We will indeed. And you know what? It could be something to do with confidence too. This is what I'm starting to like. If the coaches are making him feel good about what he's doing out there, he's feeling good about himself. This could lead to something special from him. We'll see. Because Aaron Donald, he'll never be, but they've got the same kind of makeup. Aaron Donald uses speed and strength. Solomon, as far as the strength goes, I'm not sure about that, but he has the same physical capabilities, it would seem.
But Aaron Donald he knows how to in my opinion, I just think he knows how to convert his like strength and power all into one. Like Sully, yeah, he's like a big guy, but he doesn't sometimes he'll bully offensive linemen. Like I've seen it happen. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, why don't you do this all the time, bro? Like, is it like his motor? Is it like his technique? Like I don't know like that in depth, but I just know he's not making plays out there.
And that's the bottom line.
I don't know. That's the bottom line for sure. Hey, Ronbo, what do you think? How do you think our secondary is going to shake out?
See now,
who do you see there?
Well, see now it's confusing because I'm hearing things about Jason Verrett. Now, from what I'm thinking, Mosley was. I didn't even think about it. It's Mosley, Sherman, Ward, Koski T. I'm in Claywan in the slot. I'm thinking, Verrett, if he comes back to his normal form, he is not going to get beaten out because Sherman needs to be concerned if Verrett is on top of his game. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this looks in a couple of weeks.
True.
Yeah, so
that's a good point. That's a good point because if Verrett does start looking nice, obviously the only thing we have to worry about with him is his health. But I think if he gets his feet back underneath him, that he could go back to a shutdown corner days, shutting down AB, just like sticking on him like white on rice. But yeah, I think it's a good point because Sherman, I mean, he's not getting any younger. Yeah. He's a cerebral dude, and he's gonna run your route for you. But this dude Verrette is way like a whole different level of athleticism compared to Sherm. So I mean, we'll see what happens between that this year for sure.
Right. And we'll find out next week actually too. That'd be interesting.
Sure. Man, we only got a couple weeks now.
Yeah, we do. Alex, we're out of time, though. Alex, I'll see you Sunday. We continue this and find out more what happens with Verrette and company and Solomon T.
All right, Ronbo. Hey, you have a good night, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Alex. Appreciate you, fam. Talk to you later.
All right. Go Niners.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really, there's a drama developing in camp. Now, for those who, I already penciled in Mosley way a long time ago, too. I'm starting to wonder, though, because Verrette's potential is extremely high. Let's go. Hey, Dion.
Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
D, man, it's a day of hope. Some of us already traded these guys for draft picks, and all of a sudden they come talking about trading me for no draft pick. I'm here to play, okay? Dante Pettis, Solomon Thomas, Jason Verrett. What? Are you kidding me? Contavious Street. He's looking good. Writers are starting to harp about, whoa, Hot Kiter, Street, looking good. I said, oh, my goodness. We got a rotation again now, don't we? Oh, I said, Mother worries me is Ronnie Blair. I don't want to hurry him back out there because I want the full, undiluted version of Ronnie Blair out there because the 49ers say, man, we got to have Blair. It's like Solomon or Robert Saleh says, when you want to win, you put Ronnie in. Solomon, don't do that. He's not ready. Let him give him another 2-3 weeks. All right, we got guys can cover it, no problem. I said, don't put him out there getting hurt again. But D, what do you think about today's developments?
Today's developments aren't too bad. But what I can tell you, Ronbo, is I do have to go ahead and make it a somber moment. I'm surprised nobody has mentioned this. We just lost a Black Panther, y'all. Chadwick Boseman just died of colon cancer. He had a 4-year battle with it. We just lost Wakanda forever.
Oh.
And nobody has said nothing. I don't know how y'all didn't know that, man.
I didn't even know he was sick.
Yeah, man. Nobody even knew he was sick. But yeah, we just lost the Black Panther.
He just did a movie. He just finished a movie here recently. And
yeah, man,
no one would have never known. He looked healthy. Oh, this is so sad.
Yeah, a moment of silence, man, for Chadwick Boseman people. That's real hard, Oh. And Jasmine was the one who let me know about what happened, man. But yeah.
Did you just find out too? I saw somebody say something about that on the chat, but I couldn't understand what they meant. They talk about the actor.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman, he's gone.
That's so sad.
I didn't understand that, man. I was like, what? We just lost. That's sad, man.
And he was going to be big in Marvel's future too. They already had him written in. For
we had the next Black Panther movie that hadn't even gotten finished yet.
Damn.
So it ain't even get it started yet, man. So we have to make sure we get that.
Oh, Wing Chun, that's what you were talking about. Yeah, I saw you mention that. I didn't know it. When I saw the word Black Panther, I was thinking about Stokely Carmichael. Way back in the day, Black Panthers. I didn't know. God.
Not that kind of Black Panther. Not that kind of.
Oh, that's so awful.
Yeah, we had lost him, man. But we definitely got to remember that. But on a football note, for everything that was going on with us today, I have to say we had a pretty good day for the defense, man. Defense had a heck of a day.
Yeah,
I can say that much. But
that's going to be every day with them, though. Ain't nothing unusual about that.
Yeah, offense didn't look too good, man. Kyle was a little pissed off.
Yeah,
so
the offense, the first series, and after that, you're right. The defense is, okay, that's enough, y'all. That defense is wicked. But that's good for us, though, because going down the stretch, everybody ain't going to be able to stop the offense, but the defense says, ain't nobody going to get past us. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, but I mean, like, having Solomon Thomas show up, man, and do what he's doing, I'm very proud of that guy. He overcame a lot, and he's doing what he can to show that he's definitely well worth it. And I can appreciate that with him. As far as that is concerned, I'm very happy that he's there doing this thing. I know that it's very hard for, a player to make it in the league. Hell, I think the average career lasts about 3 years, tops. So for him to be here as long as he has and to try to revive his career, and hopefully they just keep him on the inside, man. That'll just make so much damn sense.
I think I saw the other day where somebody wrote they were going to do their best to make sure that he always is in the interior. And there's no reason to put him outside when as many guys as we got that can play outside. You don't need to put him inside. Keep him in the interior.
Oh, yeah.
Let him be effective.
Definitely so, man.
So I'm looking forward to it.
But we good. I mean, we don't have no real issues or problems. I'm still not jumping on that damn Dante hype train. So
come on, I got you a ticket in first class. Come on, D.
You got me a ticket in first class. That's fine, but I ain't jumping on that damn train. Nope, I'm not time for that shit.
You would not believe the Caesar salad up in first class. You gonna love it. They cook it right in front of you, fresh. Flaming filet. Everything is. D, you gonna love it. Get on this train, man.
Nope. I'm not jumping on that damn Dante train. Nowhere am I jumping on this Contagious Street train. Everybody's talking about him and how good he's looked. You know what I believe in Contagious when I see you actually on the field doing some damn work. I'm not a firm believer in that because he'd have been injured too many damn times. He didn't look like the Hulk in camp too many damn times. Like, why are we getting all up in arms over somebody who we know has looked a certain way for a long time? And still, at the end of the day, he does nothing. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, man, I don't do that because I feel like you got to show and prove. Jason Verrett has looked very good. He might be fighting for the second cornerback spot. I like that, but that's still to be determined. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say that it's great.
But D, how do you like this idea? Because the fact that we know Jason Verrett has unreasonably speed, I didn't even know he could run that fast. You go ahead and you put Mosley starts, like Callie likes Mosley starting, and then on them plays where you want to go man, all of a sudden Jason Verrett enters the field. Whoever's running.
Oh yeah.
Jason Verrett shows him his card. His business card says on there, AB Terminator. Here you go, son. Hold on to that. All right. Go ahead, run your play. Do what you can do.
I mean, you got Ronbo, I have to say one thing, man. You are the ultimate optimist when it comes to these things.
To say the least.
You really are, man. You are the ultimate optimist when it comes to the players, man. They would love you in the locker room. They'd hate me. Because I'd be looking over like, I'd be the person to look at you and be like, you ain't done nothing? Why am I supposed to be on your side about anything? And if you do something, come over here and talk to me.
And meanwhile, I'm running over to Jared McKinnon. Jared McKinnon, my man. You know what?
Oh, yeah.
I've been waiting for you longer than Shanahan, man, because I saw you in Minnesota. I said, that boy can play some ball.
Yeah.
Now you're going to come out here and show everybody why you are here. Let's go, dog. Let's go.
Yeah, and I'd be looking at Jared going, you should have been cut a long damn time ago. 2 years of wasted time. Anybody got time for that? Look, Ronbo, you know how I am. I got faith in the guys, but we got everything that we need. And by week 1, everybody that's injured will be back. I told y'all Josh Hope was gonna be a good dude. I told y'all about Josh Hope.
And you did too. D, we gotta go though. We're having too much fun. We ran out of time. Man. But I'm gonna look for you tomorrow.
All right, Ronbo.
And thanks for passing that news about
everything. Appreciate what you do, man. Continue to keep doing it. And hey, man, RIP to the Black Panthers.
Yeah, God. All right, fam. And thanks for informing us on that too. Because they actually was trying to tell me the whole time. I didn't know what he was talking about till you said his name. Oh my God. All right, D. See you Saturday, fam.
All right, Ronbo.
And for more of Deion Johnson, because you know how he is. One thing you'll never get from Deion is anything not warranted. See, some of the things I give to some of these guys is unwarranted. I must admit, they haven't done anything yet to prove to get all the love I'm giving them. I like to give it to them in advance. This way I can say later like it's a preemptive strike on love. I told y'all he was going. I knew it. Look at that. I told you J-Dub was going to start. Eric Armstead, you've been on him for how long? And look at him. I told you about that. He's on the all-Ronbo team. See, I love to do that. You know that. Christopher Angler, what's up, fam? He says, do you think if we win the Super Bowl this year, it will be tainted by COVID? Somebody we talked about that earlier this year, too. Put an asterisk. But you know what? Everybody's got the same equal opportunity under the same accursed conditions. So, no, it shouldn't. We said, whatever happens, happens. And still collect the same trophies. They have the same meaning. In fact, they should take more meaning on because the obstacles were a little more intense. Jay, come on in, Jay.
What's up, Ronbo?
Jay, I'm in here making Deion mad. I'm in here praising people that ain't did nothing yet.
You only can hope.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm delighted. I'm hearing about Solomon T looking good. And then Dante Pettis has actually been okay to really good a lot this year. And as far as preseason goes, he put on a little weight for us. He stopped eating just vegetables and tofu and started eating some meat. He's looking bigger and stronger. And then you got Jason Verrett that's looking a lot like he should look. I mean, this is just, whoa, what's next? So, I'm delighted. I need somebody to play center, though. I am worried about Brunskill trying to play center. They said Brunskill hiked the ball completely over Jimmy's head today.
Over Jimmy's head.
I said,
over Jimmy's head. It's
mercy.
Like, yeah,
where has been
That's
Garland?
what I'm saying.
Oh, man.
we cannot have the offensive line as our weakest link.
Yeah.
That's how football teams are built, from the interior D line to offensive line, from offensive line to D line. We cannot have a bad offensive line. You know what I'm saying? We got shored up on the right, on the left side, but I don't know. I don't understand, Ronbo.
I wish they'd give us a real report on Garland's ankle. How bad is it? How serious? Is this indefinite? If they got Brunskill working out at center.
Nah. The ankles are like a nagging thing, so I think, especially if you have a high sprain, so I think he'd be ready for the season. If they
didn't even indicate if it was a high ankle sprain. I guess I'm gonna assume that if it's taking this long, because I've had sprained ankles before. You can wrap a sprained ankle tight enough you won't feel it. But if it's a high ankle sprain, now you're gonna have a little trouble with that, though.
Yeah, exactly. So, but
Tongan Man says he'll be back though. Maybe he's training Maybe they're training Brunskill just to be backup.
Well, who knows? But I wanted to mention Solomon Thomas and Dante Pettis.
You still call him? Go ahead.
Catman, whatever you want to call him, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. So, like the caller said, he mucked the punt. So I think he's on his last lifeline here. Him and Solomon T. You know what I'm saying? They that's why they coming in trying to ball out, because they know, this is their last chance.
Jay,
I
just want to say one thing about Pettis. I think he did that on purpose. Pettis doesn't want to do returns. He was muffing punts last year. I think Pettis
because he know he's going to get his head tore off.
Well, because the thing is, that's what I'm thinking. Because you know what, Pettis, how come he doesn't miss the ball? Most of the time, when the ball hits him, he does make the catch if he's within range. Now, all of a sudden, he can't catch. Jay, this was the NC2A's greatest returner of all time. And now, all of a sudden, he can't catch the punt. I don't get it. What's up with that?
I don't get it either. No, he knows. He knows if he goes out there and be punting, Catman be dead. You know what I'm saying? He'll get his head ripped off. He don't want that smoke. He just he want to play with. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Ronbo. We got to pump the brakes a little bit. We got to see these guys own the football when they're actually tackling and actually, you know what I'm saying, when it's time to make a play. You know what I'm saying? And he do a couple of times. He had that flash where he make a couple of plays. But, you know what I'm saying?
Dante?
And then when it comes to, and then when it comes to Solomon T, you know what I'm saying, hopefully maybe he was in the wrong position. Maybe he was. So hopefully he could get that straightened out. If they got him 90% of the time, in the middle, and he can't make no plays, then he got it. He's got to go. You know what I mean?
And Jay, his snap count, he didn't have a lot of snaps. Not Dante, but Solomon would have a game where he'd have 6 or 7, maybe 8 or 9 snaps at the most. So,
Yeah, and, that's sad because we wasted a third round. We missed. He was a third pick overall.
He would have been second if we didn't trade down.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? That is a huge. He robbed us. He came in there with no mask, no glove. You know what I'm saying? No gun. And came and robbed us. Like this is what that's why I feel the way about Solomon T. You know what I mean? Because, bro, you did not. You a bust. You know what I'm saying? And I hope, he was in the wrong position. Because if he was in the wrong position, then that's on us. You know what I mean? If he comes out and he gets 10 to 12 sacks, then I'd be like, well, maybe he's doing this because it's a contract year. I have to see another year just to see, you know what I'm saying? Okay, maybe he was in his wrong position. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, but, I had mixed emotion about Jason Verrett, you know what I'm saying? Heard things, that he was getting beat a lot too. But I think
we watched it.
He probably
last year against the Steelers.
Yeah.
Got beat.
So he was getting beat, and Grant was saying that he was getting beat a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I be watching his little YouTube, preview on how we're doing and all that stuff. And he was saying how Jason Verrett get beat.
He didn't say that today, did he?
He said Jason Verrett did all right, but the last few videos I watched, he said he was getting beat a lot. And then
I think, okay, he gives up plays in front of him from what I read. But for the most part, you're not going to beat him over the top or get past him because he's got enough speed to keep up. Yeah, the plays he has given up, but most part he hasn't gotten beat too. I did see him get beat by Ayuk once though. Nice play.
Yeah,
perfectly put.
Ayuk beat him. Kendrick Bourne beat him. I think Dante beat him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the guys you just mentioned though. These are all I worry about that.
They are fast. They are fast.
Well, but Kendrick's just you know what about that Kendrick? See, a lot of people understand about Kendrick Bourne. His gift is Kendrick Bourne gets in and out of a route before defender can keep up. And G knows they had a timing thing down. That's why when you see Kendrick make incredible catches, the defender's still with him. The defender finally catches up, but it's too late. Kendrick's already got it. Kendrick's
he's already catching it.
Yeah. Bourne's going to have a huge year. Huge.
Yeah, I think Kendrick. Yeah, Kendrick, because watching him and his videos, he was working on his route running. You know what I'm saying? So I think the only thing I'm not debating on his route running. My only debate is catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? Catch the ball. You know you're gonna be hit.
And I think he got past that in that second half of the season. I think that's something
he did.
So, but Jay, we ran out of time again. Let me see you tomorrow.
Yes,
Sunday.
Sunday. Thank you, Ronbo. Appreciate you, brother. You have a good night.
Thanks, fam. You too. You know I do. All right. Man. Hey, and John V. Come on in, John.
Ronbo, what's happening, brother?
John, I wish I knew because when I hear about these names all of a sudden that are names like Contavious Street and Solomon Thomas, these are not names that were equated with anything to make you smile about, right? And all of a sudden I'm hearing all these good things about Solomon Thomas. It's becoming more and more consistent, I noticed too. He's having a fine camp, and a lot of us can't accept it. Dion refuses to accept it, and a couple other people. But you know what? It's you can't deny if they've improved, you got to give it to them right now. And then you got Dante Pettis, who knows that this is his opportunity because the guys in front of him are possibly going to be slowed down into the season. Probably not, but still, that possibility is there that he can assert himself this year, right? And then, of course, you move on down. You got Jason Verrett. All of a sudden, now this is really intriguing because for all the crying we've been doing, or a lot of people have been doing about the secondary, if he plays to his all-pro form, that's huge. So, what do you think about these things?
I mean, first of all, Verrette's been in the league for what, like 6 years?
Oh yeah, he's been around for a while.
That's not taking anything away. I'm not taking anything away from Mosley, but Jesus, I mean, a little bit of experience goes a long way. And if you're healthy,
especially this,
and you're a Pro Bowler, let's go. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, what is it going to hurt? They're both on my team, so I don't give a damn. I just want you to break up passes and picks. I just want you to stop everything going down the field. I don't give a damn. I'm not going to be biased as to one to the other because I feel like if they're both on the bubble for starter, I mean, they're both going to see time. So I don't give a damn. I just want you to break up passes. So, so good for you. You know, run skills. I don't know what's going on, man. I mean,
that's really worrisome.
That's bothering me a little bit. I didn't know that he was struggling just hiking the damn ball.
Well, he's not a center. He's such he's a gun ho guy, right? So he's like, hey, Brunskill, get over here. Oh, you're gonna play center. What? And all of a sudden he's in a position where he's not been doing that. I mean, you put him anywhere else on the line, he can handle that, but center's a different story.
Right. Right. I mean, and it's crazy because, I mean, if he can't hike the damn ball, Ronbo, how do you expect him to designate everything else? I mean, Kyle's offense operates through the center. I mean, the center plays a great deal, and that's worrisome.
He diagnoses the defense too, and that's another thing that worries me.
Yeah.
Maybe Kyle's going to helmet him or something. I don't know how he's going to. This is really interesting.
Kyle seemed stressed out today at the presser.
He did,
really seem like
because he's worried about the same
things
things
we are. He seemed like he was burned the hell out. And they were like, Kyle, you look like you were pretty angry out there. He's like, I look angry about just about every. He's like, I'm angry all the time. I'm angry when I pretty much look like that during a game.
Did you hear what he did at the end of practice? He sort of called timeout and called a foul on Robert Saleh. So his guys can get something going.
He did.
Our defense is just vicious, man. That's why I say anybody who thinks Texas fans, Chiefs fans, Hawks fans are running around here talking smack, they don't realize you're not going to do any better against that 49ers defense. If Kyle Shanahan is getting frustrated, what do you think your team's going to look like? I'm amused by how bad that defense is. But you know what? I tell you, John, that offense eventually is going to get this fixed. And when they do and start competing with that defense, look out then. It is really over.
Well, they better, Rumble. I mean, every day we make progress. The next day we take 2 steps back.
I think
we got to get our asses out of the mud. Back up on the grass.
I think there's this real personal Cold War going on between Saleh and they'll never mention it. But Saleh goes to bed at night, if he goes to bed at all, thinking how he's going to stymie Shanahan. Because and of course Kyle has got an ego. He goes to bed thinking, okay, well, he got the best of me today, but I got news for him tomorrow. And then the guys go out there and piss him off like they did today, and that's probably where some of this is coming from.
Absolutely. I mean, the DB coach, Ronbo, that was a pretty good point. That who the hell said that? Was that Mel? Who said that tonight? That because the DB coach may like Verrette more than he likes Mosley.
Different philosophy, yeah.
I mean, the different philosophy. I mean, he's more of man coverage. This guy, right? He's gonna be playing. I don't know. I think we're gonna see a different secondary. Frankly, I'm not too crazy about the whole goddamn fact that everything's changing. Last year we had a Super Bowl team, and this year we're like, oh yeah, we've contained like 85% of our team is the same. Yeah. And then Kyle brought in 675 different receivers, 26 defensive players, 19 offensive players, and everything seems like like the whole damn team is different. I feel like we're going to see a bunch of Craig Kraft, all kinds of different names out there on the back of jerseys.
John, I got a feeling it's just for the camp's sake. Now, if they see somebody that they bring in that really looks like he could take somebody's job, they'll keep him. But for the most part, sure. I think those guys are just coming in to play camp.
Yeah, but I mean, Jesus, Rumble, I've never seen anybody bring in 600 people for camp. I mean, this could be the most we've ever brought in ever. Just to cut you, just to send you packing again. I mean, do you recall it ever being that? I mean, it's crazy, right?
I mean, there's names I don't remember leaving. You're right. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's nuts. I'm excited for Kevin White, but I'm also kind of worried because if the wind blows the wrong way, I don't know. But he was awesome. He was awesome in college, Ronbo.
Oh God, so, best thing Virginia ever had. I wanted him so badly on the 49ers squad when he came out of the draft that year, and he goes in the first round, of course. The Bears are getting good for making boneheaded picks. I mean, you look at Trubisky's not what they thought he was. They traded up to get him. That's a bad move. And they got Kevin years ago. Who, that's really, man. So
yeah, he's been in the league for a little while, man. But I think he's only been there. He's only started a few games. I still would like to see what he can do with Kyle.
Yeah, right?
If Kyle can drop a play where he can become, alone out there without.
I know.
Please
don't touch him. Yeah.
But it'll be all right. Yeah, I think Rumble. I'm a little bit of this Garoppolo thing. I mean, I don't know. I'm not worried about him either. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
There's no
really
need.
not. Whatever.
He'll be fine. We got to get a center, though. Tongan Man says Garland will be back for the start of the season. But, if something happens, you need a backup. Who's the backup? Brunskill? Uh-oh.
Well, it's not Brunskill because he can't hike the ball.
We're out of
Okay,
time.
we got to work on that.
He's
All
got
right, my
to.
man.
Well, we got to bring Person back to Snap Center. All right, fam. I'll see you Sunday, Johnny.
Boy. My man, Ronbo, love you, brother. Love the show.
Thanks, fam.
Take care of yourself. I appreciate you. Thank you for everything you do for us.
Yeah, and I so appreciate it, John. Thank you, fam. Have a good night.
Good night, brother. Good night.
And is it for real? It's Roberto.
What up, Ronbo?
Roberto, tonight. Roberto, we're talking about those guys that we all wanted to trade to get draft picks that are looking good. And the offense looked decent for the first few minutes and pissed Kyle Shanahan off immediately after as the defense says, no more. That's it. Raheem Mostert starts off the scrimmage by busting through and getting a 19-yard touchdown. And Dante Pettis was looking pretty good out there today. But after that was it, Roberto. It's all about the defense. Solomon T. Solomon, what? Who? Really?
I think the real Solomon is back, man. From college, and I heard that he got two
Two
sacks.
receptions. Yep.
I think he got Jimmy G, he got him and
first string.
Yeah, man.
And it was Sherm. He got one on Sherm.
Man. I hope they didn't hurt Jimmy G for real. Because we need Jimmy G very healthy because we need him for that Super Bowl 55 run again. And we bouncing. Yeah, you see Ronbo? Right here, baby.
There you know. Hey, Jordan Reed was looking good today,
right here,
Roberto.
Yeah, Jordan Reed, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you got two dynamic tight ends, an improved Solomon Thomas, a Dante Pettis that suddenly has arrived to the party, even though Dion will not ride on the Dante train. Roberto, I'll put you. Okay, Dion doesn't want that seat. I'm gonna put you in first class on the Dante train. As I said, we got some great food up there in the movie selection. Roberto, we have special adult films as well. Shh, don't tell anybody I told you. The kids, we have the curtain pull. The kids can't see in the back. Roberto, good things coming out of camp today.
And then I heard about Jason Verrett, that he did you too, Jason Verrett. And man, and we got another guy, another tight end, and we signed up, I think yesterday or the other day, and yeah, man, I saw his video, and he was good.
You said another tight end.
I don't know who it is, but
we got his name is Swoop. I just realized.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, another tight end, and
I saw some photos. Looked like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, and I saw him that he was like making a grill or with the little cones, and he was like training.
The thing, Roberto, we got. It's like who was I just on the phone? We got John. We got too many guys in about 3 different positions. I don't know how they go. It's all for camp, but some of these guys, I wonder, is Kyle looking at them seriously or is it just for camp? Kind of strange, huh?
I don't know.
Because I don't think Swoop's going to make the team, Roberto.
Maybe not, but they just brought him for I don't know, just for just for him to be there, I guess.
Yeah. And wide receivers,
No.
Roberto, you remember Kevin White, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He was with the. He got drafted by the Bears.
Chicago.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then he went and then he played for the Cardinals,
yeah.
and and he's now with us.
That dude's got so much talent, but he hasn't done. He's got less than 500 yards in about
Yeah,
the same amount of years. I think he's been in the league for 5 years, 6 years. He ain't got no yards, no receptions. He comes in the beginning of the year, usually breaks something, tears something,
yeah,
and he sits down the rest of the year. He's had a good life because I think some of them contracts are guaranteed contracts. Oh, his rookie contract is guaranteed, I think.
yeah,
Hey, Roberto, that's good
yeah.
work if you
What's
could
up?
get it. You come in, you get paid millions of dollars, and haven't did a
Yeah,
dang thing.
get that money. Just get that money and then like for
Kick
nothing.
back. You don't have to wait. You can
Yeah,
stay home, watch Netflix all day, and go out at night and have a good time. Sleep all day, come back the next day to work out a little bit because you got to stay in shape. If you're Kevin White, you got to stay in shape because somebody might call you. But otherwise, man, he's been having. That's a good time.
that's a good time. And they just come in here, their little paycheck and peace out.
And rookie paycheck too. First round pick. Okay, that's not first
Yeah.
round pick. Kevin, he was pick number 7. You know how much money? Oh,
Oh yeah, pick number 7.
oh, God!
Uh,
I am jealous. I am envious. But he wants to play football. It could be.
uh,
You never know.
uh, and he's a good player.
He
And like
is.
when he was in college, man, you like those highlights, man, he was like a good one out there in college, and then he came to the NFL,
He,
and he like
he,
did not
and
too
he's
good. Yeah,
separated.
he wasn't like the same like in college. Well, I
Oh
hope
God,
he can bounce back over here with us now.
it would be nice. Roberto, we're gonna go. I tell you what,
Yeah,
get a chance. I'm gonna see you Sunday. Okay.
yeah, man. Hey, Rumbo. Hey, tell Joseph, Smiley, and Texas girl, exit the door. Peace out. This is only Martha. This is only Niners, baby. Oh, Niners channel. Get your ass out here, and you don't belong here. Go to your little sucky ass chat rooms.
All right.
Peace out.
Peace
Much
out,
love,
Roberto.
man. Peace out,
Get on him.
man. Peace
Get
out.
on him. Keep on him, enforcer. You're the enforcer, Roberto. Get on him. All
Hey,
right.
hey,
Bye.
hey, I am the boss right here. I control the Rumble chat and the Rumble channel because
All right.
I am the Rumble patrol.
There you
Peace
go.
out.
All right. Roberto,
Peace
peace
out.
out. All right.
Hey,
Man, I'll see you Sunday. Hey, Jay.
Rambo.
Jay, man. Come on in, Jay. Because, Jay, what I like about you, Jay, is when you tell it like it is, even I have to, it's like Dion accused me of being the most optimistic 49er fan on the planet, and he's right. But you and him, you're like between me and him. Jay, because I know you're impressed with Dante Pettis, and you probably appreciate Solomon T. But with Dante Pettis, you're not going to take that until he actually does something in the game for any length of time. I understand you like that. And then, of course, you look at Jason Verrett, which is really intriguing me because I'd love to have him get back to his Pro Bowl form. And also, you figure Jordan Reed is doing what Jordan Reed does, so nothing big surprise there. And Mostert came in smoking today. Like, y'all don't know it, but I done got better than last year. So, hey, but what do you think about today?
I mean, with everything going on, I definitely love the reports I'm hearing coming out of camp, especially with Dante, and Solomon.
Yes.
Even though we can use the same argument that they trying to use against Solomon going up against the side, interior offensive line, we can use the same thing with Jason Verrett. Because in the beginning of training camp, all we heard was he was getting burnt up, you know, when our receivers was healthy.
That's a good point. Our best receivers aren't on that field. That's a very good point. That I did forget.
So Red guy showed me first, you know what I'm saying? And talking about he better than Sherman, he can't even tie Uncle Sherman's shoes right now.
Hey, one thing I wonder though, did you know that he could move that fast? They clocked that fool at 22 miles an hour. That's Matty B speed. I didn't know he could run like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing, though. I mean, his body's back healthy. You know?
I just didn't know he had it. I was blown away when I read that. I said, y'all lying. No, he didn't. But, you know.
But it been like 4 or 5 years since he played, though, so don't expect. I hope everybody ain't expecting him to come in and just be
dominate.
Like he used to be.
Yeah, because
that's we gonna have some plays. We gonna give up them Pittsburgh touchdowns.
Yeah, that's why Moses is gonna start. If they bring Verrette along, he'll be in there in and out on occasion between week 1 and week 6. And then they'll know if they can trust him or not. Otherwise, like you say, we can't have another Steelers game. No, Jason, no.
Yeah. Well, once that happens, you can find out what's going on. And the guys, I heard Jordan Maiden and Tavares Moore playing the slack corner.
Yeah, I know. You know, and I knew Maiden was going to be good. And Jared, I had got a chance to talk to him. He did say, "Yeah, I played safety at Bama, but actually, I'm a corner." I said, "Really? You got that kind of versatility, brah? I'm impressed." You know, because he did a good job at Bama at safety. Ask Jawan Jennings. He stopped Jennings, Mr. Yakman, one-on-one. Jay picked him up and dropped him into the dirt. No yak here, boy. You know? Woo!
As far as everybody crying about these receivers, you know what I mean? I'm going to put it like this. After Debo saying IU, Kendrick Bourne, and Trent Taylor, what do we got left? Really? You know what I mean? So
that's what
ain't
Kyle said.
after them four, nobody else is dependable. You know what I mean? Or even, you know,
untested.
So
yeah.
So you can bring it up. Go ahead, and bring in Flash Gordon. You know what I mean? I mean, he a free agent, but
is he?
He can't.
Okay, he is a free agent.
He just can't get signed right now because he's not reinstated.
The story of his life, Jerry. Wouldn't you love to run into him at some place in time, and maybe behind the pearly gates? Hey, Flash, man, dude, your career could have been incredible. What was up with not being able to have enough discipline to stay off the cut list? Man, you and Goodell, man, y'all was talking all the time. Why?
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Man.
I mean, you know, if he get reinstated, I wouldn't mind him, you know, taking a look at him, bringing him in. He's definitely better than half the receivers on the team.
AB's out there, too. Same story. He comes back. You got to wait for 8 weeks minimum. Flash Gordon, I suspect.
But AB got he got personal. He got attitude problems. I don't think Josh got it, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
He's just a hood dude smoking weed.
I know when you smoke that much, you don't have no attitude. You just laid back all the time.
That's it, you know.
AB needs to smoke something because he needs to calm down.
Come on now.
But Flash, they may suspend him for a year again. You know why? Because how many times has Flash been in Goodell's office? You know, he's been given how many chances? This is strike 4.
Yeah. But Goodell, had a little past. He just lost his brother, so.
I feel bad.
When that happened, you know, when you lose somebody close in your family like that, you be like,
you don't care.
Fuck all this shit.
Yeah, you don't care. I just feel like my life is just getting picked on. You know, I'm not the man upstairs. Don't like me, and you start to feel bad and sorry for yourself, and it can really mess with you. Because that's why I was worried about Solomon Thomas. You know, because his sister, him and his sister were close, and I think that had a lot to do with it.
Oh yeah, and it's been a minute now, maybe 2 years, a year and a half. So
closing in on
maybe he done healed mentally, you know, from it in a peaceful state of mind now. and ready to focus, come out here and dominate in the interior line. You know?
Jay, I wonder, did those dudes actually go see a therapist? They shouldn't have. They gotta sit and chat with somebody.
They got to.
Yeah.
I heard Solomon Thomas today. He blew up Lincoln Thomas on a bull rush, beat him bad.
See.
And they talking about, and that's what Kinlaw been trying to hit him with the bull rush. Or training camp couldn't beat him.
See, pad level. You know what? As a matter of fact, that's what they've said at the beginning of the season. Solomon Thomas is probably going to start. And Kinlaw will be ushered in and out. And it depends on whether he takes the job or not, is what it is. Otherwise, Solomon Thomas, Kinlaw could be his backup this year.
I got Kinlaw. Kinlaw probably start, but Solomon Thomas just play more passing down.
Yeah, well, either they'll do that because Solomon's quickness,
I think
right?
Kinlaw might be better. Yeah, Kinlaw might be better against the run on first and second.
Kinlaw is going to be better on Jay. That big dude, once they get, because he might be being nice to his teammates. I don't think he's going to be that nice to anybody on the other team.
Oh yeah,
that dude is.
That too.
That's a lot of violence. Now that means everybody else can. Somebody got to get a little help over here every time the offensive ball snap. Okay, got a little help over here. What? Ain't nobody, man, that's you. This dude weighs 225 pounds. Out of control strength? No. So, you know. Fam.
And I think Kevin White might be on the practice squad, let him learn his offense and, try out. He did sit out all last year, so hopefully, his body is fresh, recuperated, what I mean? Hopefully.
He's got talent, though, Jay. I agree. Jay, we got to go, though, fam. I'd love to have him over there because I wanted him way back when. So.
Oh, yeah. One more thing about him and Flash Gordon, the thing that they bring different than any of our receivers, they bring size and speed. You know what I mean? We ain't got that.
Yeah. Except in George Kittle, and he's not a wide receiver. Oh, man. All right, fam. Jay, always great to hear from you, fam. I'll look to see you Sunday if you get a chance. All right?
Already, Rambo. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate all you do.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate your patience.
Love it.
Pettis! Bang, bang, Pettis game.
I love it. Jay, you got to hit the horn on that one. Yes. See you later, Jay. Be easy out there.
All right, have a blessing, Rambo.
You too, fam. Ellis.
What's up, family?
Ellis, we were looking for you yesterday, and figured you and the kids was at something.
You already know, active daddy on duty. You already know, Tim. I got on. I was like, damn, the phone hung up. Yeah. I tried to call back, and I was like, oh shit, I probably missed the train.
Yeah, we left right after that. But hey. Yes, sir. But Ellis, today, man, it's so much fun reading about. It's like you get one of those reviews, was kind of mixed thing. You hear about Mostert coming in as soon as they get it. They went inside Levi Stadium and worked out today, and Mostert bust one from line of scrimmage right off the top, dodging defenders, running away from people, just running into the end zone. And then you hear about Dante Pettis out there making receptions. What? Jordan Reed is just cutting up, and then all of a sudden Solomon Thomas bringing the heat. Yo, look out for Solomon T. A couple of would-be sacks today. And then you hear about Eric Armstead, same story. And then pretty soon the story starts to migrate more toward the defense, kind of taking over the game with Jason Verrett starring in the back. And also Kyle Shanahan looking like somebody peed on him in the press conference. He was not a happy man today with what happened in offensive schemes. And we got Brunskill, who's playing center right now, snapping the ball clean over Jimmy G's head. It's like, right. I guess Kyle's getting a little worried. Kyle, hang in there, babe. You got to remain calm because you're the guy running the troops. But I mean, what do you think about today? Some of it being comedy.
Well, being that the offense was looking a little ragged in certain aspects. I know Kyle quite naturally is going to be pissed off because there's already been so much with loss of, players and stuff like that. And I know he's under a lot of pressure to try to make things happen. at random. I think I haven't heard, I only follow, of course, our beloved team, but I wonder who has as many injuries and key injuries like us. I want to know who does, because this kind of shit doesn't happen every day. And of course, injuries do happen, but not the way the bug has been kind of, floating around our team. So, he's under a lot of pressure and trying to make things happen. So there's the bad plays, and, maybe he's not, liking what he's seeing just in certain aspects. I don't know if it's, it's a little bit underwhelmed, with the stuff with Jimmy, or it could be a culmination of things that, we really don't know. So, of course, he's, quite naturally, because he's an offensive guy, and, he's sure about his offense, you know what I mean? But, you're playing against your own defense, we're number one. I don't give a shit what nobody say. So, you don't like the L's too much. He doesn't like seeing the things not going and flowing. George getting hurt, you know what I mean, with the stuff, this damn, what was it again? A hamstring. This damn hammy thing is starting to, everybody needs to put the damn cup down. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid or whatever the hell y'all drinking. Stop doing it. Juice, all y'all, man. Put the juice down. George, put the juice down. Whatever y'all, whatever's going on, man. But these guys need to just rest and just leave them out for a minute. You know what I mean? Everybody's been kind of, they've been maybe overworking themselves a little bit, maybe prior to the camps and stuff, and shit happens, man. It's a sport that we got to remember. It's guaranteed injury. The percentage is real high. I think D Ford had a really good percentage. What he said, I don't know if it's 90 or in the high 90s. Of an injury sport. It's gonna happen. It's not anything that anybody can avoid. But you try to. So. Yeah, but I liked what I heard about Raheem. I can't wait to see him hit those holes in the season. He looks bigger. His face is fuller. He looks like he's about to be a train, running guys over and scampering on everybody. I can't wait to see that.
And can you imagine what he's going to look like running behind George Kittle and Trent? Can you see him and Williams leading the way? I want to see a team attempt to stop Raheem Mostert. If we run to the left side all day.
With Trent in front of him.
Yeah,
oh
Trent and George Kittle also to clean up, because George Kittle wipes people out.
George.
And see, that's him. And Thomason's over there as well. That's why the run game is going to be just nasty, which is going to in fact enhance the air game even more so. It's a formula for mass destruction on any defense in the league. I love it.
Yeah, and I heard some good things about J.J. Nelson finally, that he's caught some passes and stuff. I've seen you were talking about him and Tavon and saying who's going to be the guy. We might mess around and keep the both of them just because J.J. Nelson's speed. I haven't had a chance to relook at him, but I recall and remember us playing against him and seeing him catch some passes and do some things. But I don't remember him that much. But it sounds like he's doing well, and Tavon is doing his thing, and Dante's playing, and KB still.
But he got hurt today, though. JJ, he's out for a month. JJ did? Yeah, he got hurt knee.
Oh, shit.
He said he'll be out for a month. So it was a serious bruise, I guess.
Okay. Well, that sounds like everybody else. See, that's what I mean. We're just getting a little bit of bad luck in this coming weeks before the season. So I think they just need to
and
just
that's
cut down. And
that's why I just want to address both the resident Smiley and also that Chiefs fan who likes to chase me over Twitter. How many injuries you guys got now, boy? You guys aren't starting off too well, are you? You guys be lucky to have 3 players. He's going on and on, right? Listen, that's because we work hard in Santa Clara. We are not a team that goes out there BSing around and looking like either the Chiefs or the Hawks. See, let's just keep that in mind, okay? Yeah.
Yeah, man, and it's going to happen. We just got to make sure all our key guys are ready to go. We got a couple of weeks where we can buy ourselves some time. We definitely need to come out week 1 strong against the Cardinals, because they're going to be coming out, swinging.
They think they can beat us
sure,
anyway, right?
Oh yeah, we got to be ready for the Cardinals, man. And I'm glad the secondary is looking promising. I think from what I heard though about our guy Jason Verrette, he plays better in the nickel. He's not really, good at the coverage, up on the outside and stuff like that. So maybe, he can kind of help out with, K1 and, kind of rotate with him, and then leave our, leave E-Man and Richard on the outside, and just kind of start, trying to get creative with stuff, and hopefully we can get our new guy. What's that? Jared Maiden. He plays safety though, but doesn't he play more than one secondary position?
Yeah, he can play corner. He's a DB. I mean, he's a real DB. This guy can play the corner, and he can play safety. He can just really. The 49ers got to keep him.
Yeah. Yeah, and I heard Hockett got some carries today. Was looking good. You know what I mean, with them replacing Juice, and Charlie Warner is looking promising. Remember, George didn't come in, really doing all of what he's doing now. So what he's going to be turning into, if we can get a George Kittle, 2.0, and then we got, we already got Jordan Reed, and we got some guys on there. So even if we need our tight ends and our running backs to get us by for the first few weeks, because we're a little shaken at the receiver position, or maybe the receivers may not be able to come through for us, at least we know that we'll have that, and our offensive line will be doing good. We got to get our center back. I hope Ben comes back and gets back from that injury, because like you were saying earlier with was that Brunskill? Was that Brunskill you said that was playing center?
Snapping the ball over Jimmy's head.
Yeah, got us a safety. Yeah, got a safety today. You know what I mean, because of that. So. And Jimmy's got to definitely get in just a little, just get his rhythm right, But it's all going to come together. I feel like when it's game time, then you're more locked in, and we got to remember that we're up against the odds without this crowd and stuff, man. These guys, it's going to be like playing Madden, with the fake crowd and the sounds and shit. So you guys like playing Madden. We're going to be watching basically live Madden games in real time with fake crowd noise and stuff. So it's going to be an adjustment for our boys, and they just got to lock in. But when we play, like scrimmage and like anything else, you just play hard, man. Play hard. Who cares who's not out on the outside making a noise? Y'all make the noise.
And they've said that too. Let's we're gonna go. I'm gonna tell you, I look for you Sunday, and
yes, sir.
And what else develops around Ninerville? All right.
Yes, indeed, family. Talk to you on Sunday. I appreciate you. Make sure y'all hit the like, subscribe to the Ronbo Sports, and yes, sir. Everybody stay safe, and Sunday it is, fam.
And you too, Ellis. And thanks, fam. Appreciate you. You know this. All right.
Respect.
And that else. And this just in.
What's going on, Faithful?
You'll be delighted to know your two favorite guys. And actually, I already had Spoon on the All Ronbo team. I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put Dante on it at some point. Probably, maybe between now and tomorrow. Because Dante's showing some heart right now, and I really appreciate that. That's all I wanted, because he already had the skill.
He is. I never said he was going to be on the team. I never said he was not going to be on the team. It was more of a trade. He was going to be traded, but he's worked his ass off. He's got and I don't know why it took him so long to get his ass straight, but he got it straight. I'm happy. I'm proud.
He was, you know what? I really think he gained some size. He finally realizes, and if you're going to be in the NFL, you need to get bigger, stronger, right? So he got a little bigger. Maybe he's not so afraid now. Because when he hit Dante last year, you had to feel sorry. It looks like his whole body probably vibrated from the top to the bottom. Bones were just shattered as he hit the ground. So he realized this year's got to get stronger. So he might be a little more confident and not afraid to run across the middle. You can't be fragile. So, he worked on it.
Before I start off, with I would like to offer my thoughts and condolences to the family of Chadwick Boseman.
We talked about that
earlier. He died
of
cancer. I'd like to offer my thoughts. I'm a huge Marvel fan. I'm a huge comic book fan. And to have him go through that for so many months, I'd like to offer my thoughts and condolences. Yeah. So
I didn't even know. I didn't even see
this is more than sports, and this is a human being. He was a good guy, and it'd be wrong for me not to acknowledge his presence in my life, at least, because he was a good man, and we will miss him a lot. And rest in peace, and Wakanda forever. That's all I gotta say. Back to football. Dante Pettis, he stepped up. Jordan Reed stepped up too. So you got that 12-man. You could run that 12-man set, like a lot of people are talking about with Jordan Reed, or you could do it like the no huddle offense, like I said, because you got 4 fast running backs. You got that. Like I said, this is a revenge tour for us. But it's not only that, we don't have to. Like, players know Shanahan's system. They don't. It's been a year with that. Like we retained half of the roster that was on the Super Bowl roster, with the minuses of Buckner and Sanders, but and then Sheldon Day, and then But other than that, our team is pretty much back. You know, that team knows that system. Not so much Kinlaw and Ayuk, but they're gonna get better. You know, I don't expect them. Let me put it this way: I don't expect Ayuk to be the next Randy Moss. You know, game one. Or next Jerry Rice, game one. No, I expect him to produce, but not to where he's like groundbreaking, like breaking like all the record receiving yards 1 year. It's gonna be patience. I have patience for that kid. I know he's gonna be a great player. You just gotta give patience. And same thing for Kinlaw. I'm not expecting him to be our next Bryant Young. No way in heck. But he's.
I didn't even think about that comparison.
No, so because he's massive. Bryant Young was really massive when he came into the 49ers.
I just didn't think about him yet because I haven't seen Kinlaw play. Maybe I'd have thought about it after I seen Kinlaw play, but that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, so I'm expecting him, to wreak some havoc, and I'm excited about D Ford. He's coming back. Let's see what that knee does. He needs to. He needs to prove this year because 5 straight years of being injured. It's kind of a stigma at this point. So
Yeah, but this is every year with him. I heard that's what really scares me. If it's not one thing, it's another. Yeah, so I just don't know.
So and then Jerick McKinnon, let's see what he does, man. Let's see if that 22 was how much did we sign him for? $24 million, right? Was it 24? Was it 24?
I don't remember what it was, but it was
around 20.
It was up there.
He needs to prove to himself that that money was worth it. Like that money that we signed him up for, that was worth it. That's the reason you guys got me from the Vikings, because if you remember, he was supposed to resign with the Vikings, but we offered him more money to play for the 49ers.
There's a couple
the Vikings wanted him back.
So did the Jets.
Yeah. So he has to prove it to himself, not only to us, but like to himself, that I was worth that much money. That I was not just another. I'm trying to think of another player there. What's that player? The one that went to the Raiders, Trent Richardson. I'm not a Trent Richardson, where I was good for a couple of years, and then lost my touch.
Well, you know what? He was never really huge in Minnesota. You have to realize Jerick McKinnon's the only reason he's in Santa Clara is because his skill set is what Kyle Shanahan's been wanting. Do you remember my draft year that year when Christian McCaffrey came out of Stanford? I knew McCaffrey was exactly what Shanahan wanted. And that's why when I got laughed and teased at when I took Christian McCaffrey the first round instead of Solomon Thomas, right? I knew that's what Kyle Shanahan wanted. He wants a receiver running back, a guy that can run routes and also can run the ball. This is what Kyle Shanahan wanted. That's why he wrote his whole playbook around this guy the year he got hurt. So this year you're going to see Kyle's vision come into fruition. So we're going to find out.
And he probably could, because Christian McCaffrey's dad was a receiver, and he was a phenomenal receiver in Denver.
Christian did a great job this last year. He's highest paid running back in NFL history. Isn't that the story on him right now?
Yeah. And then the safety, especially the safety, just got paid. Buda Baker, he just got paid.
Yeah, I know. And George Kittle said, "I don't care how much you got paid, Buda. I still own you."
Yeah, so
Buda did a good. I must admit, he did a good job against George, though. Actually, for his size.
And I'm actually shocked. Jaron Brown got injured. He's not going to make the team. I already knew that was going to happen.
Wait,
they're probably going to do injury destination for him.
Brown got injured. I missed that.
Yeah, he's out for a month. Shanahan said on KNBR today that he's out for a month.
Wait, are you talking about Jaron Brown or J.J. Nelson? Nelson's out for a month.
There you go, Nelson. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Nelson, there you go. So,
but anyway, we're out of time again, Justin, as we always seem to be.
Yes,
I'm going to say what?
Just in time, just out of time. Y'all keep it.
That's your new name. Next time I say this just in. We're just out of time now.
There you go. See, you came up with it. All right, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed, and hug your loved ones. You never know when the last
over and
day
over.
is.
That's so true. That's so true.
And wear your mask, man. And, stay safe and keep on smiling. All right, y'all. Have a good night.
You too. Night, Justin. Yeah, I tell you. Chat's been hilarious today. Tyler T, man, I almost started laughing. Tyler T says, these guys are praying Pettis is going to be good. Tyler didn't just start now either. I've been praying for Dante Pettis to be good since last year, a little bit after this time. Remember the first season started, and he looked okay, but nothing special. And then we ended up in Cincinnati, and Coach forgot to put him in. I said, Coach, how'd you forget to put him in? And he says, that's my fault after the game because Pettis only had 1 or 2 snaps. Yeah, that's my fault. And I shall see to it that never happens again. 2 or 3 weeks later, still the same thing. So Shanahan has been PO'd with Dante ever since probably right around this time last year. So now all of a sudden Dante is looking better. And you know where it started, though. Remember, it was revealed to us that Dante didn't appreciate Shanahan's attitude when he was talking to him, as if he had a right to question Shanahan's attitude. He's the coach. You've been playing football for how long, Dante? That's the way football coaches talk. You can't get all up into your feelings. What kind of football player does that, Dante? So they had a riff. And Shanahan didn't appreciate his attitude about it either. So there they are. Both of them stand on the field, grown-ass men in different roles. And they're kind of ignoring each other. But Dante can't win because Shanahan's in charge. And now we find out what was going on. And here it is. They've worked it out. And maybe Shanahan, he's saying nice things about Dante now. So maybe he comes out and he does something good. We need Dante to do good things because, first of all, Ayuk's pull hammy. If he can't come back out there and keep re-aggravating that, I hate when they do that. Heal all the way up, right? Debo is working feverishly to get back in, but he hasn't had any reps going into week 1. That worries me too. So I gotta depend on Trent Taylor and Kendrick Bourne. Who's the other guy? Dante Pettis. Most likely. Tavon Austin, he's going to be the guy they use for gimmick plays and stuff like that. He'll still be there. And who else is available? We'll look at that later. But it's the wide receiver situation is almost similar to what it was last year. We got to get somebody to go to, guys. But at least this year you got 2 premier tight ends. So it looks like we're going to be okay in the passing game because we're going to run like crazy. Fam, you thought we were running last year well? You ain't seen no running. I look at that offensive line, how it's assembled now, and the talent on there. The running is going to be obscene. Jimmy could be seen sitting down on the lawn with a piece of grass in his mouth between plays. Just sort of sitting back. Wow, look at that. Oh, God, that's it, touchdown. All right, out the field again. Really, because what are you going to do? I got 2 of the best blockers on one side. Mike McGlinchey's one of the league's best. His PFF was better than Joe Staley as far as run play offense. And I hope Brunskill's over there with them. Now, you don't have Person over there. You got Brunskill that does a good job as well. The only question mark we got, who's going to – Garland, if he's at center, Garland's tough. So you know what? We can run and pass. And, of course, now Kyle can now, with the running game we're going to have, Kyle can now play action a team till they beg for you to stay under center for at least 1-2 plays a quarter. The team is just don't be confused by what you see 49ers defense doing against the 49ers offense. Everybody doesn't have a 49ers defense. So they're not going to be able to stop the offense like they do. See, man. Anyway, fam, hey, I'll see you Sunday and see what develops between now and then in the adventures of the 49ers. Have a great night, fam. And be careful out there. Take every precaution you can. Do not contract this cursed virus. I'm not going to say any bad words because it's like a virus. It's a like, fam. It's a like. Whoa. I collect those.